This is full squad.
Roll.
You. Oh. Jump. Arm. Knee.
Hey, go ahead and kick it on over there, Gearbox. Yeah, we are ready to rock and roll and get this show going. How you doing there, folks? And welcome back to the House of G, home of the original geek and the original gamer. It is that week, time of the week. It is Monday. Let's go ahead and kick off the week right here. At least try to. At least pop culture, man, they're not giving us a whole lot to work with here. But we're going to do the best we can with it. Like I said, I hope you're having a great Monday. I hope it's kicking off a great week there for you. The world is pretty much lost its mind at this point, and we've got to, well, stick together, let's put it that way. And, yeah, there's... Dude. There's just so much going on out there. Holy crap. Especially if you're an American and everything. One of the biggest things right now is our southern border is literally under attack. There's an invasion of immigrants trying to get into the country and everything. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Not even close. Seen some crazy stuff. I mean, we're getting to a point where it's beyond words at this point. Other than, I mean, the only thing you can say is invasion. And the way that this administration is handling everything is just outright treason. How these people are still in office and more tellingly not in prison, I have no idea. Hey there, Remy. Welcome back to the stream. Intro was choppy. Are you talking about the starting soon segment? If that's probably internet related. I'm not getting any indicators on my end, at least. Yeah, sometimes stuff happens and it's just beyond my control, you know. So. Yeah, I do share an internet connection with the rest of the house right now. I'm hoping maybe eventually at some point I'll be able to get my own dedicated internet connection and everything. Hopefully maybe that'll help smooth things out. I just got to work with what we got for now. I appreciate the heads up though. Right now at least everything seems to be looking smooth, so hopefully that remains the case. Let me know if the audio is okay. I had to mess with the audio settings again. So hopefully I did a test stream. Everything seemed to be okay, but let me know if I missed anything. Hopefully it's going good. Hope you're having a great Monday there, Remy. It's good to see you. It's Chandler Cricket. Your voice was in. Oh, I know what you're saying. No. That's part of the intro. Yeah. No. Everything's good. Now let me. Your voice was intermittent. I haven't watched mainstream news in ages. Cool. Sounds fine now. No. The intro part. That's part of the theme. Yeah, where it says like, you know, boosting signal strength, something like that, stuff like that. It's because, you know, I'm trying to get the signal through and it's not full. It's Gearbox is trying to boost the signal and everything. That's why it's intermittent. It's because it's, you know, that's actually by design. See, I had me worried for a second. No. Everything's good, Remy. It's all good. Just want to say thank you for that. I needed a good laugh. It's like, happy Monday. Oh my goodness. Good times. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The world has lost its mind, but you know that doesn't mean we stop living. Life goes on. You still gotta keep that spark hope alive. You gotta still find those little bits of joy in life and whatnot. It doesn't matter what's going on with the rest of the world. So this is the perfect example. That's the no. Yeah. Thanks for the. Oh, Jimmy Cricket. Oh man, good times. Good times. Okay, I'm good. I think I'm good. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I hope you're doing good there. Yeah, you said you were keeping busy, keeping your head down. Same here. Oh, yes, anybody else that might be watching my main channel, Rebel Squadron. House of G is an offshoot of Rebel Squadron from back in... yeah, Rebel Squadron is the lighter side of what we do here. And House of G is a little more on the serious side, dealing more with pop culture commentary, stuff like that. So if you don't know about Rebel Squadron, you're more than welcome to check it out. It's the lighter side, the fun side of what I'm trying to do here. And right now it is my main channel. Things are happening over there slowly but surely. And some big news for anybody that might be interested. Rebel Squadron is finally launching an online merchandise store. Very close to making it live. For anybody that, yes, there will be hide options, not this exact one, because this one was from a different company. They don't even, this unstructured cap with the, it's not even available anymore. I was shocked, but there are some options. So yeah, if you're interested by any chance in the main channel and in some merchandise, stay tuned, because the launch is imminent at this point. And hopefully, yeah, I think it's some cool stuff. Hopefully you guys think it's cool too. A lot of people have in fact been asking about merch and everything, and it just seems like it's the right time. There's not really anything holding it back at this point. So yeah, if you're interested, stay tuned. Sorry. And at some point, you know, I would not mind getting some House of G stuff out there. It's just not even close to that point, though. So hopefully at some point it'll be a viable option and everything. Oh, Mother Mary Troy. Let me tell you. I'm just, yeah, things are just trying to gather my thoughts right now, because everything's just so insane out there. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of dreading this one, because we're gonna continue deep diving pop culture archaeology into some more Wolverine issues that I've got. And based on the last stream, I have the bar is low. It's low. It's very, how low can you go? I cannot limbo that low. The bar is so low for Wolverine at this point. In a limbo contest, I would fail miserably. I would lose miserably. I'm not that limber. I can't. Exited comic books in 2012 for a reason, and had pinpointed the Great Divergence around 1995-96. But we're learning that now. Yeah, we already know. That was with the caveat that they had their foot in the door in terms of pop culture, specifically comic books and everything. Holy crap, man. They might have had an entire leg in the door at that point, if not more, after going, oh my gosh, after going some of the stuff over the last couple streams. It's just, I'm legitimately just pretty much dreading it today. So, what can I say? This stuff is supposed to be exciting. It's supposed to be fun. It's just, you know, escapism, stuff like that. The fact that I'm sitting here looking at this short stack of comics that we're going to be talking about today, and it's filling me with a bit of dread, because I know it's going to get ugly. I already know that much. That's just not how it's supposed to be. That's not what comic books are supposed to be. It's not what pop culture is supposed to be. Entertainment. It's not supposed to fill you with like legitimate. That's not how it's supposed to work. This is what they've done. This is what they've done to our pop culture, our entertainment, stuff like that. Doesn't put me in a good mood. Oh, Jiminy Cricket. Well, I just realized I've never seen your... Well, it's kind of by design. First and foremost, I've got ring lights to help with lighting. And without the ring lights, the picture quality would be terrible. So I don't have a choice on that. I have to have the ring lights. And they're very bright. So the main reason I wear the cap is because it's freaking bright. Like, look at this. Let me see if I can get a good like that. I mean, look how that doesn't quite give you an example of what I'm dealing with, but hopefully it gives you an idea at least. It's bright. It's so freaking bright. So I need this so I can like see what I'm looking at. So there goes it. Now the green screen's going insane. What? Now what did I think I broke my green screen. Hold on. I broke my green screen. What? Dude. Okay, I think we might be. Dude, what is going on? It's just going crazy. Hold on here. I might have to reset my camera, actually. I don't think I should have done that. 1 second. I'll be right back. Abracadabra. What's going on? Holy cow. No, I did. I broke my camera. No. I broke my camera. That's not good. How did that happen? That's never happened before. Okay, this is a little embarrassing. Wait a minute, come on. Play nice. Okay, so if I go like that, it's fine. I go like that. It just freaks out. What? What? Okay, let me. Okay. Little magic trick. Yeah, I mean, I can make an entire person disappear. Let me. 1 second. Hold on. Oh no. Let's hope I got the right one. Hold on. This is completely planned. Not really. Okay. Abracadabra. That completely went as planned. 100%. Okay. I think we're good. I will never do that again. Holy crap. Oh my lord. This stuff is crazy. Like, just when you think you got it locked down, like something new and weird happens, it just, I don't even know. Oh my goodness. Your hat, Bill Shades. Yeah, understood. Better wear shades. Oh no, power on. See, Remy, if you weren't here to hang out, that never would have happened. You're helping me create content. It's like, see, this is what I've been going for the entire time with House of G. But these douchebags that took over, they've made it next to impossible. This is what thank you for hanging out, Remy. Thank you for being an active part of the channel, because you're helping me stay on the original with this kind of stuff. Just random, off the wall, goofy, silly. Yeah, it puts a smile on my face. Based on the series of emojis, it seems to be putting a smile on your face. That's exactly what we're trying to go for here. These punks, man, they made that very difficult to do. So yes, that is the secret of the cap, so that I can see what I'm doing. It just has the bonus side effect of giving me a more mysterious and enigmatic appearance, which is great for something like this. It's it actually works out really well in my humble opinion. So yeah, that's the secret. That's the secret to the cat. Plus, you know, the whole merchandise, the branding, and all that. Now, this is for my main channel, Rebel Squadron, but House of G is a sister channel to my main channel and everything, so it works out. It's all part of the same family. And yeah, but there are multiple reasons. But that is a big one right there, just so I can see what I'm doing. But shades are an option. Look at Dr. Disrespect. He's got the fancy Oakleys. I don't know how he plays games with them though, because it does affect your vision. That could explain some of his video settings though, but yeah, he does. I looked into it though. I actually looked into some shades, and I was trying to find some that I could wear that wouldn't affect my vision on my own. It's easier said than done. Let's put it that way. So this is like the most economical solution, at least. Okay, I think we're kind of beating a dead horse at this point. At least I am. Oh my goodness, good times though. Good times. Happy Monday from the House of G. Anybody that's new that might be watching, if you'd like to become a cog in the machine that is the House of G, all you gotta do is hit that subscribe button. This is my side channel. It is not my main channel. It's more of a passion project because YouTube will never monetize this channel. I've had enough of the nonsense and the malarkey and the argy-podgy that is social media. And so here on the House of G, at least, I'm done censoring myself. That is the short version. I am done censoring myself. So this channel will never monetize. The algorithms will forever hate this channel. Oh, it's okay. I'm fine with that. I can live with that. It's my side channel. I got my main channel. That is the big one that I'm working on night and day. So this one, if it by some miracle takes off, that's great. That's beautiful. But I'm not gonna pull any punches here. I'm not gonna walk in the eggshells. I'm not gonna censor myself. Remy, it's my main Monday channel. Word up, peace, raise roof. Yeah, that's all I like to hear. It's like, I'm too white for that. By white, I mean educated. I don't know. Let's. I don't want to get down that rabbit hole. There's enough of that BS out in the world today. I don't even get me started, man. I should probably Rebel. Don't get yourself started. I'm the one starting it. So I'm the one starting it. So I'm gonna finish it right now before we get on that rabbit hole. Before I go down that rabbit hole. You don't. It can get ugly. I am trying to stay relatively on target here, so. But yeah, when you say something like House of G is your main money, that's fantastic. No, I really appreciate hearing that because, well, it means I'm doing something right. So thank you for that, Remy. And you are my main regular here, so yeah, you're even more appreciated than you would be. Let's put it that way. But it's worth it. It is absolutely worth it. Because this stuff needs to be talked about. It absolutely needs to be talked about. Nobody wants to talk about it. In large part because YouTube doesn't want people to talk about it. YouTube won't let people talk about it. Now they're punishing him. Look at Josiah Rises. His channel was taken off. I think he was over 100K, and they demonetized him. And I don't think he's recovered from it. He started a second channel to try to make up for it called Epic NPC Man. No, not Epic NPC Man. I think it was just NPC Man. Epic Man? It's either Epic Man or NPC Man. Epic NPC Man is a Viva La Dirt League series. He did haha no doubt. So it's either NPC Man or Epic. It might be Epic Man. I haven't actually. It hasn't come across my feed in a while, so I'm mixing up the. I'm mildly dyslexic. I've learned to live with it. Let's talk about it. It can encompass a whole lot of stuff. Yeah, so he started his second channel in an attempt to get monetized again, doing stuff that's less controversial. But he just said he hasn't recovered. His Josiah Rises channel. I don't think he's uploaded in like a month. I don't know what's going on with him. YouTube just, yeah, and he wasn't anywhere near as like uncensored as I am. So yeah, I have no illusion that this channel is ever going to be monetized or make money. At least not directly through YouTube. Maybe someday, if it ever did catch on and get big enough. I mean, there are ways to generate revenue and everything, but man, yeah, it's just this channel. It's going to take a lot longer to get to that point. With Rebel Squadron, at least I have a chance, and I need that. I need it to happen as soon as possible. With Rebel Squadron, I've got a chance at getting that thing off the ground. That's what I'm saying. I'm launching the merch store and everything very, very soon, possibly within the next few days. I'm double checking everything and whatnot. It's just about ready to go. So I'm very excited about it. I'm hoping and praying that it takes off, because in order for me to keep doing this, I've got to start generating revenue. It's that simple. At least on the scale that I'm doing it. Because if I can't generate the revenue that I need to be able to pay my bills and everything in the next few months, I got to go back to work full time, and it's going to be a nightmare because I refuse to wear a mask. I refuse to take the jab. I won't do it. I will not do it. I don't care what the cost is. I won't do it. It's just not going to happen. Plain and simple. So trying to find a job has been a nightmare over the last year and a half, in and of itself. And it's in God's hands. It's all in God's hands. I'm doing everything I can, but YouTube is so against creators like me. It's going to take a miracle from God Almighty for me to start making the revenue I need to be able to do this, continue doing this full time. That's where I'm at, personally. So, and I want to be able to keep doing this. Like, this fell in my lap. I don't know how this even happened, but it happened, and I'm grateful that it did. And I want to keep doing this. I want to keep doing this full time. And it's pretty much going to take an act of God at this point. I believe he's led me here. I really do. I believe he's got something up his sleeve for me, for the channel, for the community. And yeah, so that's where it's at. So you got to keep that spark up alive. You got to keep the faith. Doing that as best I can. So, I do. I believe. Yeah, I believe. I got faith. It's just we got to see how it plays out, and I'm gonna do everything I can on my own. So the rest of it's gonna be dependent on you guys, both on Rebel Squadron and here in the House of G. So sky's the limit. That's the thing. Sky's the limit. Remy, I will help if I can. That is, I believe you, and I'm grateful for that, Remy. Thank you. No, I appreciate 1%. Thank you. No, I do. I want to keep doing this. I never in my life did I think I would even dream or imagine I'd be doing something like this. I'm a textbook introvert. This is the exact opposite of what my personality and everything. I'm entertaining. That's good. That's good to know you're entertaining. I'm glad you're entertained, Remy, because especially since you're not a comic book person. You're not into this stuff like I am, right? So if me being a lifelong geek, gamer, stuff like that, lifelong comic fan, if I can entertain you, you would fall under the normie label, which it's not a bad thing. It's not. Don't take that as a bad thing. It's not a derogatory term in my mind, at least. It's a distinction, you know. I'm a geek. I grew up with this stuff. I love this stuff. Normies don't know anything about it, and that's fine. Everybody's got their hobbies, and love the critical thinking of all too. That's good to hear, because most people don't like critical thinking. They don't want to hear it. So it's good to know somebody wants to hear it. It's like, because I can't do this any other way. This is who I am. It's all part of who I am. I want to have fun as much as the next guy, but I can't sit there and turn a blind eye to the glaring inconsistencies and just weirdness. I can't do it. Not for any amount of fame or fortune, and I'm not making anything off of either of the channels yet. And I'm not going to change the way I do things just to make the money. I don't care about the fame. It's not about the fame. I'm not doing this I don't give a rat's ass if I'm famous. I don't care if I'm popular. I'm not doing it for those reasons. I'm doing it. There are reasons why I'm doing this. Not the least of which is that this opportunity presented itself with timing that I can't begin to explain. So I from day one, I took hold of the opportunity and I ran with it. I think that's why I like it. Comic normie, yes, but I love that it's uncharted territory for me. Hooduggy, there you go. Okay, that's great. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, that's exactly the goal. Remy, you're proving that the concept is sound, and then it has the potential to succeed. It's just going to take time at this point. So, especially fighting an uphill battle against YouTube itself and whatnot. And I am looking for alternative platforms and stuff like that. It's been very difficult though, because there are alternative platform options, but there's so many of them. Like everybody just kind of scatters. Like everybody that has actually succeeded on YouTube, and they're doing the same thing. They're trying to spread out on different platforms, but everybody's going different places. There's so many different options, and at least for the time being, YouTube is still king. So I gotta stay here for now until I can figure something out. And yeah, I'm getting completely sidetracked here. Remy, from art perspective, story, prophetic, value, comic book industry, invest in it. Yeah, that's one of the mottos for the channel is pop culture matters. There are people out there that they're the normies. They're not into the stuff by and large. But that doesn't mean the pop culture isn't relevant. It doesn't mean the pop culture doesn't matter. It doesn't mean the pop culture doesn't have an impact on society, because it does, and it has changed drastically over the last 30, 40 years in very bad ways. Stay on this platform, it's king. I will stay on this platform for a couple of caveats. Number one, as long as they don't delete the channel. And believe me, it's entirely a possibility with the stuff that I talk about. Like I said, I'm done censoring myself. I won't censor I'm done. I'm not going to censor myself. I'm done. I'm done walking on eggshells. YouTube doesn't like that. It's only a matter of time before they come after this channel. I don't know what way they're going to do it. The capacity, it might just be a shadow ban. It might be strikes. They might just flat out delete the channel. Anything's possible at this point. So I will continue to, as long as YouTube is the dominant platform, I will stay on YouTube as long as I can until either they delete it or until an alternative platform finally manages to truly challenge YouTube for, social media dominance and whatnot. There are some possibilities out there, but none of them are doing it yet. I'm not sure what's holding them back. So yeah, I'm doing the best I can with what I got, and yeah. So for the time being, at least, I'm gonna do my best to make it work here. We'll see. There's so much stuff beyond our control, and you have to do the best you can with what you get. You have to learn the difference between that which you can control and that which you can't. And the stuff that you cannot control, you have to let it go. You can't worry about it. You can't get angry. You have to let it go. I can't control YouTube. I can't control these alternative platforms. The lack of dominance from these alternatives, I can't control that. What I can control is my channel. King of social media, that is. Yeah. No, yeah. Gotcha. Oh my goodness. Yeah. There's just so much going on in the world today. Absolutely. So much beyond anybody's control, really. I'm ready for the note taking. Yeah, I'm ready to get into it. It's been an interesting conversation, and everything, and it's been a good conversation. I'll be honest. I'm a little overwhelmed with. There's so much stuff going on in the world today. You get the southern border. You get the disastrous treasonous pullout in Afghanistan, stuff like that. It's overwhelming. And like in my personal life, I need the channel. I need to start making revenue. I have to, because I gotta pay my bills, and I'm at a point financially where I can keep going for maybe a few more months, but I've got to figure this out. and because if I don't, I've got to go back to a regular job, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to find one, because like I said, I refuse to mask. I will not wear a mask. I will not take a jab, and it's a very treacherous position to take right now. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little on the worried side, you know. It is worrisome, but I put it in God's hands because He's in control, and I cannot allow myself to fall victim to that level of fear and whatnot. I can't do it. So we'll see. It's in God's hands. I put it fully in God's hands. I'm just gonna do my thing on my end. Whatever He's got planned, I've got faith in Him. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and jump into this. Okay, let's rock and roll. Let's see. Yeah, I've got a little bit of a new format here. Let's go ahead and pop this up here. Boom, chakalaka, boom. All right, here we go. Okay, so we're going to kick off with Wolverine number 88. And yeah, so that I want to say that's supposed to be Deadpool. I'm not 100% certain. It's all red and black. He's obviously got the jump on Wolverine. Fortunately, Wolverine does... Yeah, I knew I forgot something. I just didn't have time. It's not... Anybody that may have watched the last stream discovered something going on with the Wolverine title. This is after Magneto ripped the adamantium out of Wolverine's body. We live fearless. Hoorah. Amen. Getting better at that. I've never been one to bend the knee to bullies. I've always stood up to bullies to the best of my abilities, at least. But there's been so much in my life that's been out of my control, and it's been a constant struggle learning how to deal with it. I'm getting better at it, at least. So, music. What about the music? What's up with the music? Is the music too loud, too soft? I do need to revisit the soundtrack at some point, because I think there might be a song or two that does kind of jump there. Music. What do you mean by music? Jimmy Cricket. Intro music still going, not the soundtrack. Nope, that's the solo scene soundtrack. That should be some of the music there. With the intro, there's some music in the intro. That's all. I think it's also in the actual like regular soundtrack that I've got, and it's all like YouTube audio library music. I think most people they don't know the audio library exists, or they just never bother to use the music from there. Love them, such a crap. That's a valid question. I know. I think I did recycle one or two of the songs. I don't remember how many songs I had in the actual intro. I want to say maybe like 2 songs in the intro, and I'm pretty sure I put them in the regular soundtrack. So it's better now. Sorry, it's totally competing. Are you saying that the music's too loud? So that's what I'm asking. Is the music too loud? Because it's already pretty low, like just from a decibel standpoint. And I tested the stream beforehand. Like I actually had my earbuds in. I was watching it on my phone and everything, so I could hear what most people are probably gonna hear. And it seemed fine when I tested it. So I appreciate the feedback, because if there is an issue, I got to get that figured out. Because that could have an impact on other things. I think just that one track used in the intro. Now there was one song it did jump up on the decibels, I think. That might be what you're referring to then in terms of competing. If that's the case, I just need to revisit the soundtrack. I think the volume gets crazy loud. Okay, you know what it is? No, I think I know what you're talking about then. I think I need to redo my soundtrack, because I've noticed there is the one song. That one song did seem to get loud, so I have to go It's a little editing magic that I have to do post stream and everything outside of the stream. So yeah, just looking at the mixer, it should be fine right now. Bob Ross tracks. I mean, it's good music in my music that I enjoy at least. But yeah, in terms of like this kind of format, now that you mention it, yeah, I need to revisit that because it's got to be able to it's got to be like steady. It can't be like jumping like that. So that could be one of the problems. I've been so busy with Rogue Squadron, I haven't had the time to even think about this kind of thing. So no, I appreciate you bringing it up because it's like this is stuff I need to know. There's so many moving parts, and I'm flying by the same pants. I haven't gone to school for this. I'm figuring this crap out on my own. It's like, but I appreciate you bringing that to my attention because I will definitely look into that as soon as I can make time to do that. There, yeah, boom. There we go. Okay, no, thank you, Remy, for keeping me, bringing me up to speed on that. No, that's the thing about this. Like, it's so difficult for me to know exactly what you guys are seeing on your end, seeing and hearing. So it's like I need that feedback. That feedback is invaluable. It is vital to improving the quality of the stream. When I'm doing a video, editing a video, I hear it real time and everything. It can still be tricky because when you upload it, it's so weird how it works. Like you're editing a video and it sounds one way, but then you upload it and then I do quality control testing. Like I'll upload stuff and then I'll watch it to make sure that everything sounds right or looks right. It's so weird because like I'll listen to it during the editing process and then I upload it and something sounds different. Like it's so hard to pinpoint sometimes. Remy, aka Sound Manager, hey, that's pretty much. If you want to do something like this, like really, really do it right, you need. I think that's what the producers do. Nerdrotic. He has a producer, Lady Gravemaster. I don't think he pays her. I think she just does it voluntarily. But that's what she does. I think that's what she does. Like she's monitoring the stream and everything to make sure everything sounds good, looks good. Like if you really want to do something like this, you need somebody on your team like that. Your show tech is great. I think. No, I appreciate that. No, I've invested a lot of money into my setup, so I hope it better be great because I've put some money in. It's like, what are you gonna do? Like this mic. This is not a top end mic, but it is not a cheap mic either. It's a Yeti Blue mic. It's or Blue Yeti. It's a great mic. It's like $200 freaking bucks. When I first started, the very first video I did, it was my old Logitech headset mic, and we're talking old. The headset that I had, it was well over a decade old. I'm thinking maybe like 12, 15 years old. It was terrible. The sound quality was terrible, and it's like I can. So I had to buy a mic. I invested in this bad boy. $200, $200 freaking dollars. It looks way pro more than most I watch. That's good. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, no, you can tell who's serious about their channels. Like there are people that start off. Now there's nothing wrong with starting off with bottom of the barrel stuff. Lots of people do. Mr. B started off with, he didn't have a camera. He had his regular headset, microphone, stuff like that. Over time, he picked up some subscribers. He got monetized. He started making money, and he put it back in the show, and he started buying better equipment. There's nothing wrong with starting off low tech. But if you are serious about building a successful channel, at some point you've got to invest in your equipment. I think it is why YouTube suggests you meet your quality set. If only that was the thing. I don't think the quality of the setup is calculated into the algorithm, but if it was, oh my lord. If quality was that important to like the algorithm and stuff like that, we'd probably be growing by leaps and bounds. I live for that. Also, I can be a detail person. Copy that. Yeah, me personally, I like quality. I will take quality over quantity. That's one of the reasons why I've invested in my own channel, because I want it to be the best that I can make it. But now there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing wrong with starting off small. There's nothing wrong with starting off low tech. You work with what you got. Not everybody. I was very fortunate, very blessed to have the funds, the resources to be able to invest. Most people that start a YouTube channel, they're not in that position to do that. So like I said, there's nothing wrong with starting off low tech. But if you're serious about your channel, at some point, you've got to make that investment. At some point, when you're able to. Like, don't sell a kidney to do it. That's not what I'm saying. No, I was very fortunate to be able to do this. I was very, very, very blessed to be able to buy this microphone at the start. I'm not a spring chicken. I've lived a couple of lifetimes and everything. So I was in a better position to make that investment. A lot of people, they're younger. They still have a great deal of things to do in their life before they're at that point, by and large. So, like I said, there's nothing wrong with starting off low tech. But if you have the means and you're serious about the channel, you've got to make the investment. That was like, yeah, we completely got off track. Agreed. We have been using the same laptop for 8 years. Exactly. My phone. I got the iPhone 7 Plus. I've had this thing for a very long time at this point. I refuse to buy a new iPhone until I absolutely have to, because they're ridiculously expensive. And there's nothing about the new ones that is going to give me a distinct advantage over the one I have. I got better things to spend my money on, like the channel. Here's to being smart about, everything. Oh, Jiminy Cricket, man. It's all good, though. It's all good. Like I said, you work with what you got. You do what you can. If and when the revenue starts coming in, I'm able to pay my bills. Make no mistake, I'm going to be putting more money in the channel. This mic is amazing. When I first got it and I held it in my hand, and it's got weight to it. It's heavy. You can feel the weight of it. It feels professional when you hold it in your hand. It was life-changing moment. As good as this microphone is, though, there are better microphones out there. Like bare minimum $400 freaking dollars, which I don't have the money. If and when the revenue starts coming in, and I can afford to upgrade, I'm getting a better mic. But in the meantime, this is I highly recommend the Blue Yeti. It is a very good microphone. But there is better, and when I can afford to, I'm upgrading, because I'm invested in the channel. The channel, this is my life right now, and hopefully it's going to be my life for a long time to come. This combo updates our period of pop culture, future viewers. Yeah. And that's another thing. You never know who's going to watch this or when they're going to watch it. 5 years from now, somebody might stumble across the channel, go back, check out some of the streams and the videos and stuff like that, and they might end up watching this, and they might hear this conversation, and it might influence them. It might be like, hey, I'm starting off low tech, but hey, this guy started off with a crappy headset microphone. Look where he is now. So it's same thing with Mr. Beast. I went to Mr. Beast. When I stumbled across Mr. Beast, I watched a lot of his stuff, and then finally I got to the point I was like, wait a minute, I should probably go back and check out where he started. And he started off pretty much the same place I did. And it's like, okay, that's inspirational, actually. It was inspirational. Motivated me. So hopefully this can do the same for somebody else in the not too distant future, or even like in the very distant future. Might benefit in some way, who knows, gives context to our day and age. Yeah, history matters. Whether it doesn't matter what kind of history it is, history matters. And okay, let's do this. Okay, let's do this. Okay. It's like, no more Mr. Beast burgers, Lamau. They're actually not bad burgers. It is pricey, but it's a fun concept. I was doing Mr. Beast burgers for a regular while there. I made like 3 videos on Mr. Beast burgers. It's like, they're actually... Now, here's the thing. Depends on where you buy them, because it's not a franchise restaurant. It's a franchise concept. And the people that make the burgers, it depends on the restaurant's capabilities. So each restaurant has different capabilities. Now, by and large, it's the same. The burgers are pretty much made the same way. But there are differences, just because each restaurant has a different setup. Hopefully that makes sense. I spent a lot of time. I worked a lot of restaurants in my younger years, so I know what I'm talking about at least. But other people, especially if they've never worked restaurants, they might not quite understand it. At least, so hopefully making sense. Hopefully making sense. Okay, let's see here. So this is Wolverine number 88. It's actually in pretty good condition. Not quite. Wow, that's pretty close to near a minute. Maybe not quite, but almost. It is Deadpool. I can confirm it is Deadpool. And that is a... What the fuck? Okay, yeah, it's as expected. We're going to be getting into this really quickly. Holy crap. What the fuck, man? December of 1994. So this is right around the period of the Great Divergence. Now, I was originally saying 95 to 96, but after the last stream, I've decided that I need to revise the time frame there. I'm actually thinking more around 94, 95 is when the Great Divergence, where these people fully took over. They had their foot in the door, big time, and right around 94, 95, they completely took over the comic book industry. No, it's not 88 Deadpool. This is 88 Wolverine, but Deadpool is a guest star in this issue, which I figured that was him. You can't quite tell, like the mask is all black instead of the usual Deadpool mask, but I figured that was him. So this is issue 88 Wolverine from 1994, right at the Great Divergence period, where they really took over. And as I feared, it is starting off just, yeah. I'm not going to try and explain it. I'm just going to show it to you. Okay, so the very first page, it's not so bad. Now it's got this weird little thing in here. I got no idea what that is. Seriously, why is that there? Yeah, it's attached to something in the backside. I have no idea why they did this. It is attached to the one of those cards. It's like one of those subscription cards. I don't remember seeing that before. I got no idea. Why did they do that? I think it used to be where it was attached on one page, and then it had to perforate it, and you rip it off. For some... Oh, no, my light's going crazy again. Not good. So for some... It's because of that white cardboard. I can't win with this one. 88 Wolverine, December 1994. December 1994, Great Divergence, 94, 95. That's about where we're getting with that. It's not, 94, 95 at this point. Because there's some stuff, December 1993 last stream. It was Divergence material. Wolverine is a major title. The fact that they had been able to do that to a major title in 1993 forces us to reevaluate the time frame. So they had their foot in the door. But still, around 94, 95, I mean, they completely took over. So the first page is pretty normal looking. Nice shot of Wolverine, whatever. There's obviously something going on here. And he's, are you in there, Kane? I don't know who Kane is. Well, the name sounds familiar. I'm kind of blanking. Okay, so Larry Hama is doing the script. Adam Kubert and Fabio Laguna are the pencilers. So apparently there's some sort of... Now, if you were watching the last stream, Adam Kubert, he was actually replaced by guest penciler. And the excuse they gave was exhaustion. He was exhausted and couldn't work, which is a bit odd. I haven't had the chance. I want to investigate that, research that, see if there's any information about what was actually going on. If it was legitimately just exhaustion, or if there was something else, something janky. I haven't had the chance to do it. Now, in this one, this is December. This is 1 year later after that issue, and there's still a guest penciler. Adam Kubert's name is on here, but there's somebody else as well. And that's this raising some question marks for me at this point. We're just getting started here, like really getting started. Fabio Laguna, the name might sound familiar, but it's like, who is this guy? Why is he on here? Adam Kubert used to be a big name. So why did they feel the need to bring in this Fabio guy? it's just odd to say the least. Just on the surface, it's odd. But then let me show you something here, and it gets even weirder. Okay, so we have confirmed Deadpool, but what the fuck, man? What is with that pose? What is that? Now normal. Now here's it. Let me explain this to you. Just if you don't understand why that's so weird, just looking at it, it's just weird. Let me explain. Let me try and break it down for you. If you're not understanding, just looking at it. Now normally you get something like Spider-Man's a good example. Like, oh dude, man. See, that's the downside to doing this. Like just I don't plan it. This is completely unscripted. And I do that for a reason. I do that on purpose. But there is a downside to it, and here it is. I wish I don't have an example. At least a visual example ready. Spider-Man. Now, a normal Spider-Man comic book, he's always got his legs bent. So he's got kind of a pose like that, but it's modest. It's a modest pose. His legs are bent, so he's not like, his legs aren't spread out with his crotch like just flying in your face. Yeah, his knees are bent and everything, so his legs are underneath him, and it makes sense. It's a logical pose. I'll look into it. Appreciate that, Remy. This is going to be painful. Yes, it is. It's already freaking painful. Holy crap. This is not modest. This is not appropriate. Legs akimbo, flying, high, sky high, full crotch shot. What the fuck, dude? That is, folks, I need you to understand something. This is not normal. Okay? Especially in the world of comics, this is not normal. This is homosexual in nature. Do you understand? So Adam Kubert, big name used to be a big name in comic books. His name is on here, but here's the thing. So is somebody else. Adam Kubert and Fabio Laguna. I have no idea who the hell he is. Fabio Laguna? Not a clue. Bigger question. Why is he attached to this issue with Adam Kubert? Why was he brought in on this? Could it have something to do with this? Is this why this Fabio was brought in? To make sure that this got into the comic book? This is not normal. This is not appropriate. This is disgusting. I'm looking at this and I'm disgusted. It's fucking gross. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Like I said, this channel is never going to get monetized, and this right here is the perfect example. That's disgusting. I will not censor myself. I will not walk on eggshells. This is gross. Gay is not okay. I'm sick of hearing it. Gay is not okay. This is gay. This is meant to entice homosexual thoughts and feelings when somebody looks at this. This is why I left comic books in 2012. Okay? This is Wolverine in 1994, going on 1995. Wolverine is a major title. It's always been a major title. He came out of X-Men. They gave him his own title. It's always been a major top-tier title. And they're in December 1994, they're pushing this crap in a major Marvel title. That's disgusting. This is disgusting. This is not okay. This is not comic books. That is pornography. Do you understand? And it's not just pornography. It is homosexual pornography. It's disgusting. This is why I was dreading the stream. This is why it took so long to really get started. This is the real reason it took so long for me to get started, because I knew we were going to come across crap like this, and I was not looking forward to it. Wolverine. Let's take a look at Wolverine. Nothing weird there. He's in a combat pose, whatever. I don't know if that. I'm not a hand-to-hand sword expert. I'm not sure how, conventional that pose is, but it's modest. It's appropriate. It's not. It's not homosexual soft porn imagery. Not like that is. Now, I'm telling you right now, they're using the fact that it's Deadpool as the excuse. Oh, it's just Deadpool. That's just how Deadpool is. There's a reason why I will never watch another Deadpool movie, because there's blatant homosexual crap in it. Where he's trying to do the crotch bump, Deadpool. He's constantly trying to bump crotches. Instead of like the fist, the bro fist. The bro fist thing. No. He tries to do the literally trying to touch crotches with each other. And it's freaking disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And when the first Deadpool, International Women's Day, his girlfriend does him in the butt with a strap on. It doesn't explicitly show it, but it's softcore porn is what it is. It's very feminist, homosexual softcore porn in the first movie. And that was enough to make me... I wasn't really excited about the sequel, Deadpool 2. And I saw it, and I was like, yeah, okay, I regret watching this movie. I mean, it's just because that's the character apparently nowadays. And as far as I know, the character wasn't originally designed this way. As far as I know, this is what they turned him into. Because it's I've got I have a couple more issues of Wolverine after this one, and I stopped at that point. And this is why, because all this disgusting nonsense. I just got sick of it. I mean, part of it was resources. I didn't have the resources and whatnot. What? I did not know that. I just said a whole lot, so I'm not sure which part you're referring to. Yeah, there's just some really sick stuff going on with Deadpool. And it's been going back as far as 1993, 94. I mean, that's vile. That is vile right there. Straight up vile. I'm sorry for having to show it to you, but I'm not the one that drew it, and it needs to be talked about. People need to understand why I'm on fire over it. And you need to keep something in mind. Modern day Wolverine, they turned him into a bisexual, along with Cyclops. There's now a sexual relationship between Wolverine, Cyclops, and Jean Grey. So if you're wondering why this is such a problem for me, you already have your answer, because that's where it led to. And it started here. Stuff like that. People are wondering, well, how did Wolverine and Cyclops become bisexual lovers? It started here with this bullshit. This is where it started, and that's where it ended up. This is why I'm on fire over it. You got this scene right here. See Wolverine looking like Wolverine, doing what he does. A nice normal page. I'm willing to bet Adam Kubert had more input on that, maybe, possibly. But then you go over here, and what is this? He's doing the leg thing again. That is unnecessary. That is completely fucking unnecessary. That is homoerotic imagery. Covered up by a masculine fight between two popular characters. I'm over it. It's disgusting. It is vile. It is not okay. Gay is not okay. There are these channels out there walking the fence saying, go broke, but then they literally turn around and say gay is okay, and they celebrate gay pride. Guess what? You're a bunch of hypocrites. You're charlatans. You're full of shit. Gay is not okay. In this world today, yeah. I knew this was going to happen. I was dreading this. It just pisses me off because I enjoy comic books. Growing up, I loved comic books. And now we're going, this is on the tail end of my collection, but I had no idea it was this bad in 94. I had no idea. Looking back, I don't remember any of this because I didn't pay attention to it. They designed it that way on purpose to fly under the radar, to inoculate people to it, so when they came out with the more grotesque stuff, people would be less shocked by it than they normally would be. That was their plan, and by and large, it succeeded. In this world, like just before the fall of Rome, exactly. Rome fell. Rome did not fall because of outside invaders. Rome fell because the feminists and the homosexuals took over completely. They feminized the men. They castrated the men. The only men left were the centurions, the legionnaires. And it got so bad, they finally they were like, screw this. This is not worth fighting for. This is not worth dying for. They threw in with the barbarian hordes, threw the gates open, invited them in, and switched sides. Because they got tired of the feminist, homosexual BS. That's what happened. That's how Rome fell. And history is repeating itself today. Shock value 100%, exactly. Yeah, shock and off. They shock you with it. It's brainwashing tactics 101. And like the most insidious form of brainwashing you can think of. And now that I'm looking at this stuff with 20/20 vision, and I actually understand what I'm looking at. It's just infuriating. What the hell? I don't even know what I'm looking at. What am I looking at? What the hell am I looking at? What am I looking at? I don't even know what I'm looking at. I'm sorry this is taking so long. I'm trying to process what I'm looking at right now. Nice explanation. Yeah. Nutshell version. So good. Cool. Okay, good. No, I'm glad that made sense, because there are times I get going and I basically start rambling. It's just, it makes sense to me because it's coming out of my head. I don't know if it's coming across in a logical and sensible manner. So I appreciate that. It's good to know. Oh my goodness. So this is okay. So apparently there's some sort of play rehearsal. I don't know who these people are. Just looking at it, this chick is like all like albino, but not albino. White skin, white hair, but she doesn't. I don't think she's like albino. It's something else. I don't know. And he has her head in his hands, and it's literally just a head on a string. I guess it's supposed to be a prop. I think. It's just really weird without knowing what's going on exactly. I mean, it's obviously a play rehearsal. I don't know. And he's like, it's you. And he's like all like freaking out. And she's like, yeah, that's it. But then he's like, no, I'm not acting. And it's Deadpool. Like, so honestly, it's just freaking weird. I would be less disturbed by it if it wasn't for the opening pages. Because of the opening pages, I have to look at this more critically and try to see what's going on beneath the surface. Read between the lines. It's just weird. The whole thing is just weird so far. As I feared. What the hell? What? I don't know. So, Wolverine is apparently took a beating. Oh yeah, so in the Wolverine title, his healing factor has been compromised, so he doesn't heal. Now, the weird thing is, I distinctly remember in the X-Men title, they had it where his healing ability actually accelerated after the adamantium was removed. So unless I missed a step in between, the stuff going on with Wolverine in his own title is completely different than what happened in the X-Men title. And that's one of the things I need to do is go through my collection, see if I can find it, because I remember it. I distinctly remember it. He ran over by a car or something. There was catastrophic damage, but he healed like that instantaneously. And everybody was surprised by it, including Wolverine. And his theory was that with the adamantium gone, his healing factor went up to maximum. But now in Wolverine, the actual Wolverine title, it's the exact opposite. His healing factor is almost gone now without the adamantium. It needs some research because it's polar. Unless there was a step in between to explain the change, the 180 degree change, it doesn't make any sense. So it needs more research. I just haven't had time for it. Okay. I don't know. So he's trying to get out of this place. Apparently, yeah. So he doesn't have his healing factor. He's trying to escape the fight with Deadpool, whatever. He makes it outside. He's got this, I think it's a costume from the play or something. Catches a taxi cab. He's like, step on it. I'm not sure why. Wait a minute. Okay, so Deadpool's coming in. So this guy's name is Kane. So this is Kane. So okay, so Deadpool's coming down. This guy that was the quote-unquote actor, all of a sudden he transforms into his real form or something like that. He looks an awful lot like Cable, but his name is Kane. So I'm not sure if there's a connection or what the deal is. I am not familiar with this character. And then there's the chick. I don't know who she is, but she's like a mutant or something, obviously, at this point. And I don't know, she jumps into the fray. Deadpool's like, whatever. I will say this, at least she looks like a woman. There's that. She looks like a woman. It's really telling when one of the few things one of the few positive things you can say about a comic book is that the woman looks like a woman. That is problematic. Because it's literally the only good thing I have to say about this so far. That woman looks like a woman. That's all I can say. That is a pretty big problem. Right. He does. He looks like Cable. Only more. I don't know who this guy is. This Kane guy. I don't know who he is. I'm gonna have to look him up because I don't have a clue. Now, by and large, the artwork is kind of leveled out. Like nothing really like gay. I'm just gonna put it out there. Nothing gay going on so far. So like it seemed like that's how he should have looked in the first panel. The first panel with his legs bent, his knees bent, wrapped underneath him. That's how he should have been drawn in the first panel. It's modest. It's action oriented. That is how he should have looked. Here, you understand? Are you starting to understand what I'm getting at here? This is not how he should have looked in this opening ever. He should never look like that. Ever. This is how he should have looked. Right there. That is an appropriate action pose. No, they went full gay on that first page. Gay is not okay. I said it. I'm not taking it back. All right, here we go. Keep going here. Yeah, Wolverine's, I guess he gets out of the cab or something. I don't know, he's still trying to get away, but he doesn't know Deadpool is now fighting Kane, who I have no idea who Kane is. Okay, then it starts to get a little weird again. But I guess Wolverine decides to go back to the theater. I'm not reading it, so I'm not. There might be some dialogue or something I'm missing. Anyways, back to the theater. Deadpool is fighting Kane. The chick jumps in. Deadpool is about to give a killing blow or something. Now this is where it starts to get weird again. So you got there's the chick, there's Deadpool. Now look at their body posture. Deadpool's body posture is very feminine and womanly. If I did not know that he was a male character, I would think that was a female fighting a female. With one with a flat chest. And then you got this. Same thing. It's very feminine, very... That is not a masculine fighting pose. Or, I mean, those legs. He's got woman's legs. Even though there's some... Like, that's a little more masculine, manly for, Deadpool. But then that's way more on the feminine, womanly side. So it's not as bad as that opening panel, but it's still weird. They're still trying to, it seems like they're still trying to, like, slip it in there as much as they can. And then Wolverine, yeah, for whatever reason, he came back to the theater. He's jumping back into the fight. I didn't read the dialogue, so I don't know what his thought process was there. But he came back. Yep, yeah. Yeah, so he saves the girl from Deadpool. His healing factor is compromised, but it's not completely. He still has it to some extent, enough to, like, stay alive when a normal person might be killed. So it's not completely gone, at least. So it's the three of them standing off against Deadpool. Apparently he drops a grenade to make his escape. And then we got the final page. So, yeah, Deadpool, he bails on whatever it is he was trying to do, whoever exactly he was trying to kill. It starts off looking relatively normal, but then you get this. Like, what the hell? He's wearing some sort of ascot level scarf or something. This is Wolverine we're talking about here. Why is he wearing that? The outfit is just very gay. This is freaking Wolverine. What the hell, dude? And he's a biker. He's a scrapper. He's a brawler. He's basically a ninja assassin with built-in katanas and everything. What is with the scarf? And the jacket, the way it's drawn just doesn't look right. With the scarf on top of it? What am I looking at? Because I don't know. It just doesn't look right. I for the life of me, I can't ever think of ever seeing a biker wearing a scarf like that. It seems a bit fashionable for one Wolverine, if you know what I'm saying. If you don't know what I'm saying, then you need to pay attention to what's going on with Wolverine, Cyclops, and Jean Grey in the modern comic books. That's what I'm getting at. Thank you. Yeah, that sums it up very well. So that's the end of that issue. As unfortunately expected, there's some really grotesque stuff in here. And it's just infuriating, man. I'm sick of this. Yeah, going through my comic book collection, thinking, okay, this is older stuff, so it's gonna be, it's not gonna be janky. It's not gonna have this disgusting woke garbage in it. Holy crap, am I wrong? I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong, and I was wrong about this. This stuff is just, we're talking around 1994. 1994. Do you understand? I mean, this is like 17, 18 years ago. That's how long they've been in control of this stuff. Wolverine, fashionista, Italians. Wolverine is not Italian. He's Canadian. And he's a biker. And he's a freaking ninja assassin. He doesn't give a shit about Italian fashion. What the? Seriously, what Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, man? Who? Fabio, the guest penciler, Fabio. That should explain a lot right there at this point. I just can't with this, man. Okay, so this one does not have the issue number on the front. For some reason, I don't know why. This is not normal. It does not have the actual issue number. I don't know if the editor in charge of making sure everything was kosher just missed it because they're incompetent, or what the deal is. All we can get from the cover is that this is from August. That's all we get. August. But his Wolverine is Adam Kubert, and there's another name on there. We'll take a closer look. Nothing too crazy about the cover. Okay, let's take a look at it though. I just can't with this, man. I'm just so freaking over it. So freaking over it. I was dreading this, and right out of the gate, when I finally get into it, the first issue, I'm just right out of the gate, in your face. Soft gay porn bullshit. Get woke, go broke. Well, this is back in 1994, very much woke. Make no mistake. They've been at it for a long time. Okay, so this is issue number 92. August of 1995. So we are deep into the Great Divergence at this point. Now, Adam Kubert is the artist. Laura Hama is still the writer. Now, the cover says Adam Kubert. But then it says something Camps. I don't know what that is. CAMTZ or something. I don't know. And then underneath that, it says Buck Brothers. Bucce Brothers? Bucce Brothers. I have no idea who they are, what that's supposed to mean. But then inside it just says Adam Kubert as the artist. I'm assuming he penciled this thing. Let's take a look at it. Let's see what happens here. First thing I want to point out here, we get the first page. Boom. For some strange reason, Wolverine's eyes are red. No idea why. That's not normal. He's usually got the white, the all white looking lenses or whatever it is. Like, Sabretooth eyes, his are all white. If anybody's eyes are going to be red, it should be Sabretooth. He's the bad guy. He's the villain. So why does Wolverine have red eyes? I have no idea. Then you flip, on the cover, he's got white eyes. You flip the page. Where is he? Where the hell is he? Kind of hard to see right there, but that's him, and he has white eyes. Very strange. I have no idea why the hell he has red eyes on that one page. Okay, some sort of weird experiment with Sabretooth and Wolverine. The only thing I can think of is that they're trying to help get Wolverine's healing factor back, and like Sabretooth is apparently a volunteer or something. That's my guess. I don't have proof of that. It's just I'm guessing at this point. My guess is that they're trying to restore his healing factor. What the hell? What the what? I don't know what that's supposed to be. So they're doing like medical scans on him, like super advanced MRI or something like that. I don't know. So I think that's I don't know if that's Wolverine or there's some sort of damage there. I got no idea. And there it seems to be gone. I don't know. I'm trying to do like a light reading to see if. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. This is the hollow scan that was taken right after Logan punched a claw through Sabretooth's head. Okay, so this is actually Sabretooth's head. And I guess for experimentation purposes, Sabretooth allowed him to claw him right in the face, right in the skull. And then, boom, they took another scan after the fact, and it's healed up by and large. There's still some healing doing. So they're testing Sabretooth's healing ability, apparently, which is very similar to what Wolverine's used to be. That's what's going on. Okay. So, yeah, Sabretooth and Wolverine seem to be having a private conversation while the rest of the X-Men team are doing their thing. Sabretooth, I guess, is claiming to be rehabilitated, and Wolverine doesn't believe him, and I don't believe him either. Okay, so far, so good, nothing weird, other than the red eyes in that one panel. I don't know what's going on with that. That's a pretty major slip up if that was an accident. On top of that, there's no issue number on the cover as well. Just little details, Who the hell is this? I have no idea. Boomer. Wait a minute. Wait. What? What the hell? Eh? Eh? What did they do to Jubilee? What did they do to Jubilee? The Jubilee, I remember, had the big old trench coat. She was like a street kid or something like that. This is supposed to be Jubilee? That's why it took so long to figure out what's going on here. That's supposed to be Jubilee. They chopped off. Well, she's always. I think she's always had like stupid short hair, but now she's blonde apparently and dressing like a hoochie mama. And it makes make things even better. Apparently, she's got a thing for Sabretooth. Like Sabretooth is claiming to be like rehabilitated or something. She takes his hand to show him around the base or something. And then Wolverine's all like, she never took my hand like that. What is going on here? What? So what, you're telling me Jubilee, she's all grown up now and she has a thing for bad boys? Is that what you're telling me? Where are they going with this? Like Wolverine's like the ultimate bad boy, quote unquote, without being an asshole villain. What the, what? I don't know. Let's see if it explains it. I have no idea. I don't know. So they're in the danger room. They're doing more tests. You got Wolverine. He's looking all Weapon X-like. And they activate the danger room, and Wolverine's doing what Wolverine does, and he starts going into his berserker bloodlust rage. So he's trying to, Professor X is trying to terminate the simulation. Apparently they did too good a job of replicating the Weapon X memories or something. Yeah, so they were simulating his experience escaping the Weapon X program. And apparently they did such a good job, he actually started to lose himself in his memories or something. He cuts the simulation, and he starts to come back to his senses and whatnot. Okay, so far, other than the old Jubilee thing and the red eyes at the start, at least the art, see, there's no guest penciler. It's all Adam Kubert. And so far, nothing weird and janky. Except for maybe this. Okay, I don't think it's as bad as the Deadpool thing, but it's a little... It's unnecessary, at the very least. So you got Wolverine. This is a memory of him as he's escaped the Weapon X program, and he's wandering around the Canadian wilderness, basically as like a wild animal. This is like a memory of his. But he's in a loincloth, and the thing is flying up. You can literally see his ass. Like, that is completely unnecessary. What the fuck, Adam Kubert? That's not as bad as, like, at least it's not legs akimbo in the air, like dooming the butt freaking Deadpool. Honestly, that character is disgusting. People, I get the comedy side of things. It's like, yeah, he cracks jokes. Okay, cool beans. But I am not okay with the gay porn bullshit. I will never be okay with that. I have never been okay with that. And this is unnecessary. At bare minimum, it's unnecessary. There's no fucking reason for that. For the sake of modesty, you cover that up. Wolverine does not need to be exposed like that. That's not okay. If you don't believe me, then you need to take a look at the modern Wolverine, Cyclops, Jean Grey love triangle in order to understand what I'm getting at. So apparently Adam Cooper was somewhat okay with this stuff. Even though by and large it has been better in terms of the artwork. Without one of these guest pencilers. But that one panel, that was still over the line. So okay, I think. What the hell? I think they're still in the danger room, maybe, possibly. I think they're in the danger room. Wolverine's about to get run over by this drunk driver or something. I'm not 100%. I think he's still in the danger room because they're sitting there they're monitoring him and stuff. So yeah, he gets run over. Okay, you know what? Maybe this is the one I was thinking of. He gets run over by the car. He gets run over by the car. Starts to get himself up off the ground. Okay, you know what? It might not have been an X-Men title. It might have actually been this issue then, possibly, that I was thinking of. Maybe not. Wait a minute. Is this not the danger room? What the hell? Okay, so this okay, so now that we've come across this, I need to walk this back a bit. You know what? I forgot to do something. That's the issue we are currently on. Boom chakalaka. All right. So I've been talking about this this one issue that I distinctly remember. He gets run over by a car and he's able to like heal himself. This might be that issue. I thought I was thinking maybe it was an X-Men title, but apparently this is the one that I was actually thinking of. He gets run over by the car, so like catastrophic damage to his body. And as soon as the car is finished running him over, he starts to immediately heal. And back to he heals so fast, within a matter of seconds he's back to full health, like normal health. And now all of a sudden it's working at a tremendously accelerated pace, which is not making any damn sense because up until now his healing factor was completely compromised. What did I miss here? Yeah, and they specifically say this must be the true rate of the healing factor when it isn't compensating for the adamantium. Yeah, without the adamantium, his healing factor is able to function at full capacity in terms of his general health. But I must have missed something in this issue because up until this moment, his healing factor was actually compromised. So what happened? I mean, I've missed some issues here. So maybe there was something else. I mean, Sabretooth is involved here. I don't know. I would have to read this at this point. Okay, so that particular mystery is officially solved, but I still don't understand how he went from a compromised healing factor to a fully maxed out healing factor. I'm not sure this issue is actually explaining that. I would have to sit down and read it word for word and whatnot, but point being, it was part of the continual story arc. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm not really motivated to purchase the back issues to try and find out, because there's some really disturbing, disgusting stuff in these issues. Now, this one was much better. It only had that one scene. At least it wasn't like a full legs akimbo, hey, look at my crotch deal. But you could still see his freaking ass. Bare naked ass. I don't need to see Wolverine's bare naked ass. What the... I don't need to see that. Period. Period. And that's pretty much the end of that one. So being just Adam Kubert drawing this without any guest penciler, by and large, it is a much better work of art. It's got the red eyes in the one panel for some reason, which is just weird. There's no explanation for it. That's just weird. That's just an oddity at this point. But then you get the part where he's in full animal mode with a loincloth, and half his freaking ass is exposed, which it doesn't need to be. It does not need to be. It's called modesty. Comic books used to be a modest art form. The mainstream stuff. Now you're always gonna have your independent, your indie comic books that, depending on whoever's creating those and drawing them, it depends on their level. There are a lot of indies out there that like to go just really grotesque. I've seen some really twisted stuff in the indie comic world. There's some good stuff out there, but make no mistake, there's some really twisted stuff out there as well. Seeing his ass cheek, that is something you expect in an indie comic book, not in a mainstream Marvel title. But with that caveat, by and large, the artwork was way more acceptable than even that last one we looked at. Which makes me wonder about the whole Adam Kubert thing. Him taking time off for exhaustion and having these guest pencilers like Fabio. It raises a lot of questions. Remy, weird, odd, like lots of introductions and setup to future weirdness. Exactly. Like I said, before 94, they had their foot in the door. And before 94, they may have had way more control than I thought they did. That's weird. That is weird. So here is here's the board. I don't know how well you can see that. That is the board that this comic book has been sitting in. The ink on the back cover has worn off on the board itself. Let me show you what the actual back cover looks like. Sliders. I used to love the show. The original show, before the dude left the show and everything got weird. I used to love the show. But the ink from this is now on the back of the board. That's not normal. So I don't know what's going on there exactly. Now keep in mind, this is we're looking at Wolverine number 107, November of 1996. Now around the 95-96 period, paper and ink quality went up drastically in comic books. This one is selling for $195. That sounds about right for this time period. Now this is on the tail end where it went up drastically for about a year and then it started coming back down. Now the cover is still pretty, it's still pretty good quality, but then you look at it's not glossy on the inside. Like when I say high quality, it was so high quality, like the inside pages were glossy, not just the cover, but the inside pages. Now the glossiness is gone, but the art, the ink and everything is still pretty good. So it's during that time frame, and then on top of it, for some strange reason, it's actually coming off on the board. That's odd. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that. Weird. Very weird. Put it under a black light. No! Stop. I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to the camera. Camera, stop doing that. Stop messing. Just pay attention to what's going on. Just stop it, camera. Logitech C920. C920? I need you to do your job. Focus. Don't focus on the lights. Focus on the stuff that matters. Come on. Okay. Okay. I think we're good. Careful, my big. No, nothing will ever. I will never get on that route. You need to understand something. This is never going to happen for me. Never. I'm divorced. I have no intention of getting married again because society is so freaking screwed up, ass backwards, upside down. It is literally dangerous for a man to get married in this day and age. And I got lucky with my divorce. I got so freaking lucky, you have no idea. I will not get married again. But guess what? I will never turn gay. It will never fucking happen. It is not genetic. It is a choice. It is a decision. It is a lifestyle choice. And I will never choose that. Ever. Period. It will never happen. Plain and simple. I've never gone down that road, and I will never go down that road. I know you're just joking, but I'm being serious here. LSD, acid paper, who the hell knows at this point? Pretty much anything's possible at this point. I'm not going to lick it if that's what you're suggesting. That's not very common, where the cover ink rubs off and it imprints itself onto the comic book board. It's just, that's not common. That's why it's very, very, that's why I've got question marks. There's only one cover that matters, and that is the truth. Okay, let's get into this here. Okay, so we're looking at Wolverine, issue number 107, November of 1996. So this is the original 1995-96 time frame. Before I forget to do this again, we are now here. Boom. November 96, issue 107. So we're going to see what's going on here. This is roughly a year later. So it's been like year. Like I've said before, I've lived a fairly nomadic life at times. Resources, to have a hobby of any kind, you need stability and resources. There have been great parts of my life where I did not have the stability and or the resources. Yet by some miracle, I still have my collection. Don't ask me how that happened. Thank you, Lord. It's a miracle that I have it, and because of that, I'm able to do these streams. Chew on that for a while. Okay, let's see. Penciler, Anthony Wynn. However, the writer is the same guy, Larry Hama. It's been Larry Hama throughout this entire string of issues. Mostly it's been Adam Kubert, but there have been other people brought in as guest pencilers and works to help Adam Kubert. Very curious. At this point, Bob Harris is the associate editor. No, Mark Powers is the associate editor. Bob Harris is the editor-in-chief. And I'm supposed to be, I'm fairly certain I'm supposed to be editor-in-chief. IN. Right? Editor-in-chief. Tell me if I'm mistaken. This is how they editor-in-chief, as an N, as an and. Editor-and-chief. What the fuck, dude? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Is it not supposed to be editor-in-chief? IN. Editor-in-chief. Not that. Tell me I'm wrong. Like, seriously? Are you serious with this? This is 1996. Marvel. One of the used to be one of the comic book juggernauts of the comic book industry. Wolverine, top tier AAA title. And they can't even get editor-in-chief right? Tell me I'm wrong. Is that not supposed to be editor-in-chief? IN. Come on, camera. I need you to cooperate here. That's not IN. That's the little funky symbol for and. Their names get copyrighted, and basically their whole sold, and they use their names to sell the product. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying that's not true in some cases. But you know, I mean, it's a possibility. It's a possibility, but we don't know for a fact that that's what's going on here. It could be that. There could be some other stuff. Who knows? We don't know for sure at this point. It is a seriously grave and dead soul shark-based industry. That much I agree with you 100% on. So it is a possibility, but we don't know if that's the factual case. but it is possible. But I don't have enough information to, you know, fully support that kind of conclusion. I mean, it could be something else. Maybe because his name's not always attached as far as the Adam Kubrick goes. But without a doubt, the people running the show have definitely sold their souls to the devil. Because you don't make stuff like that unless there's something just cracked inside of you. Okay, so it's actually starting off with this. So we're in Tokyo. You got Wolverine. Yeah, he spends a lot of time in Japan. He's not Japanese, but he is like a trained ninja assassin or something like that. So he ends up back there a lot. Fans of the work are the few who discern the difference. I'm going to take that as a compliment there. Because comic books are a major part of my childhood growing up. They were one of my favorite forms of escape. Growing up as a kid, reading books, regular books without pictures, video games, comic books, the action figures, G.I. Joe, Transformers, stuff like that. It's a major part of my childhood. They're screwing with my childhood here. I hope you understand that. They're screwing with my childhood. It doesn't make me happy. So yeah, I'll take that as a compliment. Now here we go again. Here we go again. Wolverine with red eyes. Inexplicably, just red eyes. And that's not normal. And it's only this one panel, this one page. So far, it's the only one. Over here, they give him his white eyes back. It's a little weird. It's a little weird. I freaking love the little green army man. Yeah, those things were always fun. Yeah, cool stuff, man. That is some classic like kids toys type stuff right there. Little green army men. It's yeah. But I don't think you can even find them nowadays because they don't want kids aspiring to be heroes, like everyday heroes. They don't want that. They draw his hair to look like horns. It's not his original hairstyle. It's not meant to look like, well, yes, it's not like that. The original design of the character, it's not Wolverine. You have to think Wolverine, animal. Wolverine. It's meant to represent the animalistic side of his abilities. It's not demonic. As far as the original, now I'm talking about the original incarnation of the character. Don't read too much into the hairstyle. It's very much just animal related. It's not demonic. I understand why it can look like that to somebody that's not familiar with the character. But I can promise, yeah, it's the original incarnation is not like that. Now in the modern day, you might be able to make that argument. I don't know because I haven't picked up a Wolverine comic book since this one. So who knows at this point? It's like Mother Murgatroyd. So he's fighting these ninjas, and every single panel, no red eyes. They're all normal, white pupils and everything. The whites of his eye and everything. I think I'm like covering up his freaking face there. Damn, you can't get seriously with this. Just white eyes, normal white eyes. He's doing what he does best. He's fighting these ninjas, going full Wolverine, full berserker. Animals have horns, Wolverines don't. Issue that. No, it's not. You understand? You're not understanding me. The hairstyle is not meant to represent horns. It's meant to represent the animalistic side of him. It's not like that. Like, look at the great horned owl. The great horned owl doesn't have horns. It's the feathers that go up like that. They look like horns, but it's just feathers. It's not meant to represent demon horns. It's just meant to represent the animalistic side, the Wolverine side of his personality. Now the red eyes, that's why I'm questioning the red eyes. Where, like I said, the original incarnation of Wolverine is just, it's a Wolverine. Animal, primal. That's the original intent of his original character design. At this point, to the modern day, then it becomes questionable. And the red eyes, that's why I'm pointing out the red eyes. Clone? No. As far as I know, it's not clone related. X-23 is his clone. As far as, to the best of my knowledge, he's never been cloned. At least not in the main timeline and everything. Okay, so then we get the Silver Samurais jumping in the picture here. Ah! Lots of angry Japanese soldiers in these issues. Even though this is well past World War II. And Wolverine taking the hits. And the weird thing about the red eyes, it's always that one panel at the start. It's got the red eyes. And then the rest of the issue, as far as I can tell, normal looking eyes. That's why I'm bringing up the eyes. Because that is odd. From the get-go. What? Okay. Then it jumps to this. You got this giant dinosaur looking monster with weird wings that it shouldn't have. Cut. Okay, it's a movie set. Okay. Did its job. It's like, wait a minute, what is going on here? You think Wolverine's about to go up against some sort of monster, but it's actually just a dude in a costume. It's a Godzilla ripoff. Okay, so that was actually amusing. Dude chomping on a cigar. Got Wolverine coming into the set apparently. Wait, what? Oh, no. The guy in the suit gets a phone call regarding Wolverine or something. He escaped the trap. So apparently he's involved in whatever's going on. Wolverine's like someplace else. He's on the set. He's going into like some casino or shindig or something. Mother Murgatroyd. These people are very confused. They really are. Because all of a sudden, boom. Yeah, so he's at like some fancy schmancy shindig casino deal. He does his thing, and then this woman comes out. Now, by and large, it's an attractive looking woman. Wait, hold on here. Huh. Let me walk that back a second. So they attempted to make her look like an attractive looking woman. Her posture is off. The proportions are not. There's something wrong with her proportions. Following the legs up to the hips. Like if you start at the feet and go up, it looks relatively normal. But then you get to the hips, there's something off about the hips. There's something really off about that. With the dress fold hanging down like that, it's really difficult to lock it down. But it just doesn't look right. And then you get to the chest, and like at first glance, it's like, okay, that's a normal looking woman. But then there's something off about the hips, and then the chest. I mean, look at that chest. That's a very manly chest. Like she's dressed up like a woman, but it's a very manly chest. They're less boobs and more pecs, like man pecs, masculine man pecs. Now, I'm pretty sure it is supposed to be a woman, but that picture is questionable. And that's a close-up. Now let's go to the next page, and we got this one right here. It's a little less close-up and everything, and it does look more booby, like rounded. It doesn't look like pecs; it looks like actual boobs. So it seems it's just off. Off. And yeah, so I don't know what's going on with this part. So it's the dude from the movie set. He was in the monster suit and everything, and now they're in like some dungeon with his female sidekick or whatever. And they got this other chick tied up. I don't know what's going on. She spits in the guy's face. The other chick smacks her with a rifle. I don't know who these people are. I don't know what's going on. Her name was Lola. Lola. Copacabana. I'm not sure that was a Lola though, if you know what I mean. Stuff is so weird. Some of the stuff is just so freaking weird. So he's walking up out of this dungeon, and then there's like, he comes out of the dungeon, and there's like it looks like a carnival setup, like their own personal carnival or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. So look, this guy's a bastard, but he has a family. He's a loving family man. Like, give me a fucking break with this. Yeah, I'm sorry, but no. Give me a fucking break with this. Yeah, I'm not reading it word for word and everything, so I'm definitely missing out on some stuff. Parts of the story I'm not really sure what's going on with it, but when it comes to, yeah, we got Wolverine. I think this is a restaurant. Other Lola song. Not sure about the other Lola song. Some sort of restaurant. She, by and large, it looks like a woman, but there's some panels where it's very questionable. He's talking about Amiko, this kid, or whatever. I don't know. So it's part of the story. I'm not up on the story. Like I said, I don't read this. I don't generally read them word for word during the stream. I'm just trying to get like a big idea at least. But there's been so much jankiness. I'm honestly not that concerned with the story to begin with. Oh, so she feeds him blowfish, toxic blowfish. Now they have a way of preparing blowfish to where it's safe to eat, but apparently the chef, whatever, I don't know if she paid him off or slipped it in the dish or whatever, but she made sure that there was blowfish toxin in Wolverine's meal. Apparently she doesn't realize that he has a healing factor, so she thinks that she's just assassinated him. Just saying. So apparently she is some sort of assassin or something like that. Apparently that's her handiwork right there. She's like, I hope you enjoyed the toxin from the blowfish. And then he's all like, I'm dying. Gotcha. So I gotta admit, okay, that was actually kind of a funny scene. He's like, what's for dessert? Oh my lord. I just don't even know. So apparently he has history with this chick, and I guess this is the Japanese military. I don't know. They run a armored personnel carrier through the restaurant wall. And she's like, you brought ruin upon my house again. And he's like guzzling away, like what goes around comes around. What is going on, man? Apparently, like, yeah, that's it. That's the end of it. Like, what? What just happened? I don't even. What is going on? What? What the freaking? Now that is more like what I expect from Wolverine. But there is some jankiness in here. Not quite as far as I don't think it was as bad as the last couple issues. Anthony Wynn was the penciler, Larry Hamm was the writer. Okay. So yeah, the artist. I'm trying. Was there? Well, okay. So there was a little bit of jankiness. That woman was. Her proportions were off. especially around the hips, and then her chest looked like a man's chest with really bad boob implants. So it's not as bad as some of the stuff we just went over, but it's there. It is there. Freaking great. November 96, yeah. And I want to, well, I could be wrong, but this might be the last Wolverine I picked up. I still have a case of stuff to go through. I don't think there's any Wolverine in there. I'm just taking another look, but this might be the last Wolverine in my collection. And it's just like, there's a reason for it. Because it's just, the title got weird. It got weird. Like every single one of these, there was just weirdness in it. Some was just grotesque, disgusting, vile. Even though I didn't fully understand what I was looking at back in the day, it didn't resonate with me. It was very much off. I didn't know enough then to look at it critically like that. Because when it came to comic books, it was still very, it was still in that stage when you don't expect that kind of just vile and disgusting filth in your comic books. And they were still slipping it under the radar for the most part. See, you don't expect it, you don't look for it. Even when you see it, it's just like, that's kind of weird, and you move on. Now it's 2021, 2020 vision, and yeah, I can see it for what it is now. I don't know. Jiminy Cricket. Okay, so yeah, Wolverine 107, August of 1996, right there in that time frame. The Great Divergence. That only got worse as time went on. And I don't know. Now, there were some aspects of the story that were what you would expect from a Wolverine title. So there was something in there, at least, to read. Well, I would have to sit down and reread the whole thing cover to cover to get a full feel for the story. And I always plan on doing it, but I'm so busy with my main channel that I don't even have time to do stuff like that as much as I would like to. So there we go. Yeah, and for some strange reason, the back page of the cover, the ink imprinted onto the board, and that's very unusual. So I don't know what happened there. I don't know if it was the ink that they were using at the time, or if it was something with the board itself. But it's just, yeah, that's not that common. I don't know what happened. There we go. Okay. Yeah, just need a quick second here. I've been doing this a while, and I'm still not talking nonstop for hours on it. Rude. Oh, Jiminy Cricket. That got messy. Dang it. There we go. Okay. The fun of live television. Chakalaka. Such as it may be. Okay, so let's go ahead and move. Let's move. Okay. Yeah, let's move on. So that's, I want to say it's my final Wolverine issue. I could be wrong. There might be something hiding in my I don't hit the stuff I'm going through right now. They're not in regular comic book boxes. So I've been going through it, and then afterwards I have a new box that I've been putting them in. But I started this black case, this really interesting black case that I've used as a de facto comic book box for a long time, and it's full of comic books. So it's entirely possible that I do have another Wolverine issue in there somewhere, but I'm not. I did go through everything, and I sorted stuff out a bit, like according to the title, and I don't know. I gotta double check, but I think that was my final Wolverine issue in terms of like the modern era, 1996. But next, all right, we got one more issue to go here for today's House of G-Bone there, Chakalaka. X-Men Unlimited number 4. March, I'm not sure about the year. March, issue number 4. X-Men Unlimited. Now I want to point something out here right off the bat. Now, these women, they're very feminine looking. They got the tall, lanky bodies, legs going for days. They have actual boobs. But then if you take a closer look here, I don't know what year this is. We're going to have to take a look at that. Now, Mystique has that weird Karen style haircut. It's a little bit longer than the modern one, but it's the same style. It's like it's cut at like this weird downward angle, like it's almost like the haircut itself is trying to cut her head off or something. I don't know. Like they tried to cut her head off and they missed the neck. It is longer, but it's that Karen style. And if you look at Rogue, same thing. Looks very womanly, femininely by and large. She has actual boobs, legs that go for days. You're not going to confuse her for a man. But if you look at her hair, though, she's got this huge, honking, huge mane. And that's not normal for Rogue. This is not a normal Rogue hairstyle. She's got long hair. But then the hair at the front of her head is just insane. Like, I don't know what they're going for there. There's some weird stuff that's been going on in comic books for quite some time. And it's not accidental. Artists, the good artists, they know the human body. That's how you draw good art, by knowing your subject. And the subject of a lot of this stuff is, in fact, human bodies, or just biological anatomy in general. This stuff's not accidental. Okay, let's go ahead and take a closer look at this. Now, this is a little bit bigger issue. I think it might have been like quarterly or something. Yeah, there's no ink rubbing off on the back of it. Nothing like that. That's how it usually looks when I take these comic books out. It's usually, yeah, that last one was just weird. I don't know, as far as the ink went. Let's see. Okay. Overall, it's actually in pretty good condition, which doesn't really mean much because these generally suck. Looking at the pages itself, I'm going to guess 1995. 94. March of 1994. So, March of 1994, high gloss, this is high quality cover paper, the paper. And then you open it up, it's high quality paper and ink on the inside as well. So this is fitting the narrative that we've put together so far. Very high quality. And it's glossy. The paper on the inside is glossy. You gotta understand something. Glossy paper, it's not cheap. Not normally. But they were able to put glossy paper and ink on the inside of the comic book. But it was only for about a year or so, as far as I can tell. And then it started to go downhill again. Very curious. Very, very curious. Something that I one of these days I'm going to look into it and find it, see what was going on in the real world at the time. Remy's helped me identify some stuff like regarding China, NAFTA, stuff like that. It may very well have had an impact on it. Okay, so we got X-Men Unlimited. I think this is a quarterly. I think. Because it's bigger. It's way bigger. It's got a lot more pages to it. And it's like $3.95. So it's either quarterly or annually, but I want to say quarterly. So it starts off, some guy, he's supposed to be a general. He's staring down the barrel of a gun. And let's see what's going on here. Oh, of course. Interesting. Okay. Well, we got Mystique. Now, she is a assassin. She's a mutant assassin type. She can, change shape, stuff like that. Or change her look. She's got the drop on this guy, which I'm wondering how she managed to do that. Very immodest pose, to say the least. And her heel is digging into his chest there. So she's got the drop on him. And, I'm not sure exactly what else is going on here. Okay, so she's going after him because mutant stuff. He's, I don't know. Hold on here. Hold on, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but I'm gonna know where this is going before I at least have some idea. Maybe. What the hell? Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself here, but okay, I might be getting too far ahead of myself. Listening, but can't tell you for about 20 plus. Copy that. Hey, no, it's all good. It's all good, Remy. You do what you got to do. If you're listening, I mean, that's great. That's fantastic. So this guy knows who she is. Raven Darkholm, aka Mystique. He's a general in the military, so yeah, he knows who she is. And yeah, I would have to sit down and read this word for word in order to get a full grasp of what they're saying with the story. See, she starts changing, metamorphizing. She turns into the general himself, and then from the general into Abraham Lincoln. I don't know what she's babbling on. I would have to sit there and read it to understand her motivation. And then she goes back to her original form. Hold on, wait. Hold on. She's I don't know, she's going on some rant. It's like okay, she's just beating the crap out of this guy. Okay, so Mistake. Now, as far as I know, she does not have superhuman strength. I don't think. This guy is a freaking soldier, and he's in shape and whatnot, and she's just like manhandling him like a freaking rag doll. That is it's just always been annoying when that happens. She breaks his jaw, smashes his face. She's manhandling the shit out of him. She's like, give me a break with this. She does not have superhuman strength. And he's just not even putting up. He's a freaking soldier in the military, and he's not even putting up a fight. Now, I've seen videos of men and women fighting, and I use the term very loosely, and the woman wins. And here's the thing: the reason the woman wins is because the man literally does not fight back. He barely even defends himself. He pretty much just stands there taking it, and she takes him to the mat and everything. It's not a fight. It's bullshit. It's propaganda. It's like, oh, look, women can beat men in a fight. No, they can't, because if he was fighting back, he would take her down. Every single time, the dude just takes it. Until, even when a man is stronger than a woman, if a man doesn't fight back, if he doesn't defend himself, at some point she will be able to wear him down and take him down if he's not fighting. And that's what's going on here. He's not fighting back. He's not even trying. And yeah, she's about to... She grabs the lamp cord. And she's about to strangle him. And he's just sitting there taking it. He's not fighting back at all. Now, it's okay because she's kind of hot. So it's okay. Not really that hot. They're trying to make her out to be hot. This is like a dominatrix scene. It's just weird. The BDSM dominatrix weirdness. Never been into it. Never understood it. Don't want to. If you're a man and you're into that, then you got issues, dude. I think they do it as a form of humiliation more than, or in addition to, a woke female agenda. Okay, now that's exactly what it is. You gotta understand something. The foundation of the woke agenda is feminism and homosexuality. Period. End of story. People want to deny it, but that is the truth. This is a great example of the feminist side of it. This female character, Mystique, beating the living shit out of this general, American United States general. He's a soldier, and he's just taking it. He's not fighting back. He's not doing anything to defend himself. and she's beating the teetotal shit out of him. And in the end, she strangles him. Now, it doesn't show it, but, you know, she's like, it's very, very clear that she's about to strangle him to death with a lamp cord. It's just stupid. And yeah, it's feminist. That is a feminist fight right there. Because I've seen real videos of real people, real men fighting real women, and they don't do jack shit. The guy just stands there taking it until she takes him down. Doesn't matter how much stronger he is. And these guys aren't even that well built in terms of weightlifting and bodybuilding. They're weak looking to begin with. It's not a real fight. It's not a fight, period. So it's just, the whole thing is just propaganda. Just like the opening pages of this is. It's not surprising. Okay, so then it cuts to, who the hell is this? I have no idea. The south of France. I don't know. It's the south of France. Some dude, you know, some successful, rich, powerful white guy. Shocking. These guys show up. He's like, who are you? Breaks a wine bottle because he's gonna, like, I guess, gut him with it or something. I don't know. Oh, Mr. Creed knows who. Okay, so his name is Mr. Creed, but I don't know who he is. Huh? Whoa. What? Okay, so I don't know. It's some. His name's Mr. Creed. You've uncovered a brother. I guess I don't know. Okay, so this Creed guy hired this guy to do some family research or something. I don't know. Uncovered a brother, and all of a sudden he's like, I guess this guy's like, all of a sudden blackmailing him or something. I don't know. So he cracks the wine bottle and like pretty much guts him with him or something. Stabs him with it. I'm not sure who this Creed guy is. Creed makes me think Sabretooth. I'm thinking Sabretooth, but I still don't know who this guy is exactly. So he's literally like losing his mind. He becomes homicidal. Kills that guy, but then his butler, he goes after his butler? He's what is going on with this? And he's with this woman. I don't know if it's his wife or girlfriend or what the deal is. So he kills the two men right in front of her, and then look at that. I mean, like, she's all like, they drew her very nice looking. Let's put it that way. So if you're a violent psychopath, you get the girl, apparently. Is that the message they're sending? Because you don't see women like that with normal dudes. Seems like. Now you get the weird women with the flat man chests. That's what the good guys get. I'm pretty tired of it. I'm not really sure what's going on here. This is supposed to be an X-Men title. Other than Mystique manhandling a U.S. soldier, I'm not really sure what this has to do with the X-Men yet. I don't know. So it jumps to this airport. I don't know who these characters are supposed to be at this point. You look at the next page though, and okay. Okay, so yeah, the stereotypical abusive dad or something, and this dude he steps in, he's like, pardon me, mon friend, and he turns out to be a Nightcrawler, and does whatever with this guy to teach him a lesson, I guess, to teach him a lesson or something. Okay. That was a little heavy-handed. Best, I'm not gonna sit here and read the whole thing. I don't want to get into this. It was heavy-handed at best. At best, it was just heavy-handed. I'm not even sure why they put it in there. Back in the day, I would have read that and be like, I might have actually, oh, it tugs at the heartstrings. But now it's like, with all the stuff going on in the world today, it seems it reads more like an attack on fatherhood is what it reads like. I'm not reading the whole, I don't even know. So Rogue shows up. That's Nightcrawler in disguise. I don't know if it's like a holographic technology, what the deal is. I don't think Nightcrawler has more shape-shifting abilities. I've never heard of that. He can teleport, but not shapeshift. So I'm not really sure why he looks. I'm assuming it's X-Men tech, like holograph technology or something. Wait a minute. So the general that was killed by mistake, they're having a funeral for him. X-Men are there for some reason, not really sure why. And then boom, the quote-unquote priest goes crazy and kicks the casket over. But oh hey, it's not a priest, it's Mystique. Go figure. Surprise. Surprise, it's Mystique. And I'm she killed him because she thinks that this guy had connections to this group called Friends of Humanity who are trying to like stop mutants or something. Oh, you know what? I forgot about that. So Rogue, her adopted mother is Mystique. I forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, the body, she rigged the body with explosives. That's why it looked weird. And then Rogue jumps in. She's got superhuman abilities, whatever. She can fly. She grabs the body in the casket, flies in the sky before Mystique can detonate it and saves everybody, because that's what heroes do. I don't know. Okay, so this is connected to a Sabretooth miniseries, which I've got. I'm pretty sure I don't have anything from that. So this whole situation began in a Sabretooth miniseries. That's what's going on here. That's why there's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm not sure what's going on. Besides the fact that I'm not reading it word for word. There's some weird stuff, no doubt about that. The Dominatrix fight scene at the start, just for starters. Who is drawing this? This Richard Bennett is the penciler. Scott Lobdell is the writer. Okay. Not really ringing any bells. We get some interesting artwork here. Some very interesting artwork. So Nightcrawler grabs Mystique, teleports off with her to get her away from the crowd and everything, even though she just tried to kill everybody. He teleports her out of there, and it's a very interesting posture and everything, if you know what I mean. Normally, back in the day, I wouldn't think twice about it. Nowadays, I have to question it. Very, very interesting posture. Highly suggestive, let's put it that way. Boom, boom, boom. A few more panels, and then there's Mystique, looking very... let's just put it out there. She's looking very slutty. And even though she's like fully dressed, it's not the most modest of dressed. And her posture and everything, yeah, it's not your typical like sexy, heroine, villainess. This is a step above that, or below, depending on your point of view. I don't know if I was never into comic books for this, because I'm not a comic book fan because I'm a fan of porn. That's a different subject altogether. It's a different, let's say, medium. And it has no place in mainstream comic books. There are independent titles and whatnot. If that stuff is going to exist, that's where it belongs. It doesn't belong in mainstream stuff. And here they are, shoehorning it in, highly suggestive, completely unnecessary. Taken in conjunction with all of this other weird stuff, and just take a look at modern Wolverine, Cyclops, and Jean Grey for the most direct example to this issue. As I don't know, man. It's from 1996. I was already, I was still into comic books at that point, but there was definitely some weirdness, and they were trying to slide it under the radar, and by and large, they were successful at it. So at the time, it didn't consciously register. It took a long time to come to terms with the fact that I couldn't be in comic books anymore, because it got too weird. 2012 was when I finally cut the cord. I had a last gasp purchase of desperation with He-Man Master of the Universe. It wasn't completely terrible, but there was some odd stuff, and it wasn't enough to keep me into it. So around 2012, 2013. And this is 1996. 16, 17 years before that, and the seeds were planted. As far as just not wanting to be a part of it anymore, the seeds were planted. It's not that I didn't notice the weird stuff; it just didn't register as to what it meant. It was weird. I was like, okay, I just skipped over it and moved on. But the seeds were planted for me to say goodbye to comic books. It took a long time. 12, 13, 14 years for it to come to fruition, where I was like, okay, enough's enough, I'm out. Because that's how much I enjoyed comic books. That's how passionate I was about comics. It took a long time to face the truth of what was going on with the world of comic books, the comic book industry. Trust me, it was not an easy decision. It was not an easy decision. It took a long time to come to terms with it. I'm not going to say this is a big one, and honestly, it's pretty boring. I'm just kind of going to breeze through it a little bit, see if there's anything else that jumps out at me. But yeah, it's just... There it is. Okay. Yep, there it is. Okay, so when you're drawing these characters, unless you're an independent, title, and your goal is to be gross and disgusting, that's what it's designed for. That's one thing. And if people want to read it, that's their choice, such as it may be. But this isn't that. This is X-Men. This is a mainstream Marvel Comics. This is a mainstream company, trusted to have a certain level of appropriateness and whatnot. So the fact that something like this, of what I'm about to show you, is in here, it shouldn't be in here. It's not appropriate. And looking at it with those 2020 lenses, it's really disturbing, actually. Back in the day, gloss right over it. Now, can't do that. So we got the scene here. Rogue is flying with Nightcrawler, and she drops him off, literally. And he does his acrobatic thing, he jumps out, and boom, he lands. That view is completely inappropriate and unnecessary. There's no reason for it. It's highly suggestive. He's got the tail coming out. I can't even tell where the tail is coming out of. Like, where the hell? And this is not the first time I've seen an image like that in one of these comic books in recent weeks. It's really disgusting when you actually sit there and analyze it, process it, understand what you're looking at. It's really disturbing and disgusting. Where is the tail coming from? Now, if you're wondering why I'm pointing this out, let me educate you on something. There's this subculture out there in the world. It's not part of polite society. At least you wouldn't expect it to be. There are these things called furries. They have costumes. Some of them are more, full cover. Some of them are less so. Some of them are just like literally ears and a tail. But let me explain something about the tails. They don't. There are these costumes are out there. I don't recommend it, but you can look it up to verify it. I don't recommend it, but if you don't believe me, you do have that option. And they have they have tails. I'll give you 3 guesses as to where those tails are plugged into in terms of the costume. No. It's not. No, we're not talking about a single onesie that you wear over your entire body. No. We're talking about individual components, like, say, ears. Stupid little, furry ears. Completely independent pieces. It's not a full suit. It's pieces of a costume. So you got the tail. And you literally plug it into your body. And I'll give you 3 guesses where you plug it in. So the artwork is literally so shady, it's extremely difficult to figure out where's the tail coming from. Now, if you look closely enough, you can figure it out, but it's like, you got to look. And who's going to sit there and take the time to look at Nightcrawler's ass? Normally I wouldn't. Normally, but this isn't normal. We're doing deep dive pop culture archaeology here. I don't have a choice. I've got to take a closer look, and I don't want to. This is why I hate these people that have done this. I hate them. So this is what we have to do, and I'm sharing my pain with you because I'm not suffering alone. So we have to, our purpose is here, we have to take a closer look. Where the hell is the tail coming from? Now keep in mind, there are costumes, quote-unquote costumes out there, with individual pieces, including a tail, that plugs into your ass. This is the imagery that they're putting into these comic books, as far back as 1996. And this isn't the first time I've seen this. Apparently that was a common thing to do back in the day. Very disturbing. Completely inappropriate, completely unnecessary. Why is it showing him from behind? Why is it not showing him from the front? Landing from the front in an appropriate pose. Why? Because it's intentional. Because that's what they want you to see. That is the image they want imprinted on your brain. And everything that goes along with that. It has no place in mainstream comic books, pop culture, entertainment. And yet here it is. And it cuts to... I don't know if this is a flashback or what the deal is. Get to the next page, cuts to the scene. I think he was like a circus acrobat or something in Germany or something like that before he left, you know, came to America, became an X-Men and stuff like that. So there's this chick, very attractive woman. I'm assuming they've got a relationship or something. Not 100% certain. And again, they use the excuse of him being acrobatic to give him this weird pose. You can denote male athleticism and whatnot without giving them weird poses. You only give them weird poses if you are trying to put a certain message forward. And it's not a good one. Wait a minute. He calls her fair sister. I'm not as familiar with his origins. I know he was like a circus acrobat, something like that. So there's this woman. So apparently they do have a relationship, but he's calling her fair sister. He calls her fair sister, but then she acts like he's flirting with her. This is just weird. I don't understand what's going on with this story here. He calls her fair sister, but I'm pretty sure she's not his sister. And he's flirting with her or something? Foster brother. Holy shit. Holy shit. Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse. He refers to her as fair sister, which is like, oh, obviously, I mean, there's being a mutant, I mean, they could be brother and sister, but they're not. Then the blonde chick, she's all like, wait a minute, hold on. So he goes on to say, and the chance to share a spotlight with the beautiful Jemaine Cesardos, I don't know how to pronounce that properly, now known as Amanda Sefton. What more to life is there? Then she responds, this is her response, the things you say, you almost make me wish you weren't my foster brother. So if you were thinking that I was blowing this out of proportion, that I was seeing things that weren't there, now you know better. He responds, how almost? She's like, Kurt, Folks, do you understand we have officially entered OnlyFans/Pornhub territory? This is literally the script for a porno in an X-Men title. Do you understand? Do you understand the gravity of that, the magnitude of that? 1996. March of 1996. It has no place in mainstream comic book. Zero. So why is it here? You have these homoerotic images that they've drawn by hand. coupled with a OnlyFans Pornhub level quality of script writing. It's not by accident. And it has no place in this comic book. This is not meant to be that kind of comic book. Do you understand? We have a right to privacy. People do, they watch stuff in the privacy of their home. They have a right to privacy. That's their business. This is a comic book, mainstream comic book, sitting on shelves, racks, comic book racks. Whether you acknowledge this fact or not, or whether you even care, if you don't care, then that tells us more about you than it does about anything else. Kids pick this stuff up. They read this stuff. Do you understand? Kids read this stuff. I was a kid. I read stuff like this. Do you understand what they're pushing here? Do you understand? Because I've tried to explain as best I can without getting literally pornographic about it. And I think that's as far as I'm willing to go with it. It's just for the sake of stream. I don't need this getting an 18 plus restriction on it. Listen, I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible. And it has happened. I've had videos and live streams get slapped with an 18 plus restriction, even though it was never meant to be, pornographic. I was just talking about the stuff that other people created in mainstream pop culture. And yet, or certain situations, I do have some videos regarding Sophie Long's situation and whatnot, and that is an ongoing situation. Now, even though it was a real life situation, it was still slapped into the 18 plus restriction. While in general I don't care that much, it does restrict the audience, and I'm trying to keep from going too far with it at the same time, It's a very fine line that I'm treading. Very fine line. And they're pushing it right now. That's how bad this is. Do you understand? That's how bad this is. That I have to sit here and contemplate this. How close do I get to the line? That's how bad this is. And this is mainstream comic books. You understand? You understand the problem here? Because I don't know how to spell it out any more than that without crossing some really bad lines. I'm just whatever entertainment value there might have been in this, and from page one there wasn't a lot, it's just gone. Wait a minute. So okay, we got confirmation. I think Mystique is actually Nightcrawler's biological mother based on the scene. She's carrying him as a baby. There's a crowd of people, a mob trying to get him. And she throws him off a cliff. I guess to save him. I don't know. Not really sure. Or she trips. Oh, she dropped him and kept on running. She tripped, fell. Somebody else picked him up and threw him off the cliff. So, one single interesting point of this story is completely ruined because of the rest of the comic book. That was actually an interesting point of the story, but it's literally drowned in a deluge of just perversion and disgusting, vile nonsense. It is not nearly enough to save this comic book. You can't, at this point, there's nothing that can save this issue. Like, I don't even want to continue going through this. I don't. I just want to put it in the bag and move on with my life, because it's just like, it's vile. There's so much vileness in this one. I don't have any interest in it. Back in the day, back when I first purchased it, it was weird. I was like, that is weird. And I pushed it aside in my mind, to the back of my mind, and moved forward, kept on reading. I just took the weird stuff and I shunted it to the side and I forgot about it. Now we're going back through it in 2021 with 2020 vision. And this is shocking. And I can't do it like I did before. I can't sit there and just shunt it to the side. This type of vile, disgusting nonsense, it just got worse and worse until 2012. I had enough. Do you understand the path that I took in terms of my passion for comic books at that time? So great. It took well over a decade to go from here to cutting the cord. I don't have any interest. Wait a minute, what? So okay, so Rogue keeps calling her mama, but I don't know if she's like her biological daughter or if Mystique just stumbled across her and raised her. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, by and large, I'm over this issue. The only reason I'm even looking at it still is because, the stream. So there's a bunch of stuff going on. Somehow, Nightcrawler and Mystique are hanging off the side of a mountain. Rogue flies in and she's thinking to herself, for some reason, she can only save one and not both. I don't know why. She does, in fact, have super strength and she can fly. So I don't know why she can't save both of them. I think it's this Creed dude, the guy that he slaughtered these other two guys, and I think that I don't even care enough to read it to understand what's going on. That's how far gone I am on this one. So for some strange reason, even though she can fly and she has superhuman strength, she can't save both of them. I can't explain it. So Mystique, for some strange reason, Rogue flies up and she's like, "Mama?" And then Mystique is like, "You what? After all I've done for you, let me protect you like I always have, child. I'll make your decision." Really? Wait a minute. I'll make your decision. She lets go for you. She lets go. She lets go. Supposedly falls to her death. Rogue grabs Nightcrawler, flies off with him. Here's the thing. I just pointed out. Back in the day when Nightcrawler was still a baby, and Nightcrawler is her genetic son, right? She's fleeing from the mob. She drops Nightcrawler on the ground. Instead of picking him up and carrying on with him, she leaves him behind. She leaves her baby boy behind to die. But now, and I'm pretty sure I don't think Rogue and Mystique are blood related. I want to say it's like her adoptive daughter or something. I think that's their relationship. So it's not even her blood daughter. So she's not willing to risk her life for her blood son, but she's willing to sacrifice herself for her adopted daughter. So the son doesn't matter, but the daughter does, and it's not even her real daughter. That's the message they're putting out there, folks. I mean, technically she's doing it to save Nightcrawler. But she's not talking to Nightcrawler. Here's the caveat. She's not speaking to Nightcrawler. She's speaking to Rogue. Like, Rogue is like torn. She's trying to decide who to save. Some mistakes are like, you what? After all I've done for you, let me protect you like I always have, child. I'll make your decision. Like, she's done so much to protect Rogue, but she had no problem leaving Night Shadow, as a baby, lying on top of a cliff and leaving him behind for the mob to throw off the cliff. So she has no problem protecting her adoptive daughter, but not her biological son. That's the caveat. She's not talking to Night Shadow like, "Hey, let me save your life, Night Shadow." Because let me protect you like I always have, child. She didn't protect her son. She didn't protect Night Shadow. She dropped him on the ground and left him to die. So she's not talking to Night Shadow, and she's very clearly talking to Rogue. So she's apparently done everything she could to protect Rogue, but she had no problem leaving her son to die. That's the message that they're putting out there in this issue. This is just a disturbing issue. Just like that. I'm not surprised. This is what I expected. I was not looking forward to the stream. That's why. I mean, the stream itself I'm fine with, but it's just the content that I'm forced to dive through. I feel like I just swam through a sewer. I just can't with this, man. It's just deep dive pop culture archaeology. It's a very dirty business, let me tell you. I'm looking forward to the day we can get past the whole 1993 time frame into the older stuff that is I'm hoping it's as good as I remember. I'm a little worried at this point because I was hoping beyond 95, 96 things would get better, and it's not. 93, 94 is just as bad as 95, 96. Maybe not quite as blatant, but it's just as bad. Some cases it is as blatant. Now I'm a little worried. Going back past 93. Exactly how long had these people had their foot in the door? Because I'm not sure at this point. It's anybody says that those certain specific elements are acceptable and means no, you're wrong. You are absolutely 100% wrong. That has no place. Gay is not okay. This stuff that's going on here, this is a very feminist-driven story from starts off dominatrix level feminism, beating the crap out of a man and then strangling him, and he literally does nothing to fight back. That is feminist in nature. And then she risked everything for Rogue, but not for Nightcrawler. She risked everything for her adopted daughter, but literally left her baby, genetic, biological baby son, to die. That's the definition of woke. The perfect marriage of the feminist and homosexual agenda. And it's vile and disgusting. I just can't. Mother Murgatroyd. Yeah, I think it's getting close to wrapping this one up. I knew those Wolverine issues were going to be a problem, and the X-Men Unlimited, I would have been surprised if there wasn't some jankiness in there. Looking at roughly the same time frame and everything, and just looking at the cover alone. The hairstyles for Mystique and Rogue, those are red flags, and they turned out to be accurate. Holy crap. A little more accurate than I was actually expecting, but yeah, they were pretty accurate. Some pretty disgusting issues. I was just vile. There's some legitimately vile stuff in here. We're talking like 93, 94, 90, 95. Legitimately vile stuff in there. This is coming from somebody that's a lifelong comic book fan. It's a major part of my childhood. So much so that even growing into adulthood, I maintained the hobby as best I could. I've got a sizable collection. At one estimate, I thought maybe about 1,000 issues in my collection. I'm not sure if it's... I'm thinking bare minimum 700, is maybe as many as 1,000. So I do need to recatalog everything and see exactly where I'm at. That's one of the things I'm going to be doing on the House of G here. Not quite there yet. Working on it slowly but surely. I thought I was done with a particular stack, but there's still some more that I found. So I'm not bagging and boarding, but we are going through them, and I want to get through these before I start doing the cataloging. It's just the path that this is taking, and we'll get there eventually. But Jiminy Cricket, finding some really disturbing stuff. Like, it's back in the day. I first bought it, read it. I noticed there was some weird stuff, but a lot of the times I don't think I understood what I was looking at, what I was reading. Like I was too innocent at the time to understand what it was that I was looking at. And now in my later years, that is not so much the case. I'm older, wiser, more experienced. 2020 vision. I'm seeing things much more clearly now than I ever did in the past. It's surprising to say the least, and disturbing. These other channels, they think they've uncovered some big secret and whatnot, but it's they have no idea. Even the ones that are, in fact, more around my time frame, let's put it that way. Either even they don't get it, or they do get it, and they're hypocrites and charlatans, and they're riding the fence. Only time will tell for sure. I've already placed my bets low. And make no mistake, time will tell. Time always tells. Oh, Jimmy Cricket, man. I feel like I need to take a scalding hot shower and just scrub all this filth off of me. That's how bad it is. It's like, holy crap. And disappointing doesn't begin to cover it. This is one of my childhood passions here, folks. It shocking, disappointing, disgusting, vile. It's not pleasant. This ain't easy. It's not. Hey, I don't even know how to describe it. It's not easy and it's not pleasant. It's just every the more we dig, the more unpleasant it gets. The more we dig, that it doesn't get any easier. It doesn't get any less disappointing. I'm waiting to. I'm hoping that we hit that point in my collection where it's like this level of just filth just disappears, at least hopefully, because I know there's always been like little feminist stuff and whatnot. Wonder Woman herself, she was literally designed as a feminist character to embody feminist ideals. And with that caveat, I'm not a huge Wonder Woman fan, but there have been stories, I've enjoyed some of the Wonder Woman stuff. Because not all of it's been in your face, like down with the patriarchy. Some of it's been entertaining enough. That first Wonder Woman movie with Gal Gadot, it wasn't perfect. There were some issues with it. But I was able to enjoy it for what it was. The second one, 84, I haven't even wasted my time watching it yet. I was not about to spend money on that one. So yeah, even though there were issues with the first one, it was watchable. And make no mistake, Wonder Woman was literally designed to be the ultimate feminist character. By a man, no less. So there's always been feminist elements. Always. Going back a long ways. But it wasn't so... And hopefully it's not my memory playing tricks on me at this point, because now I'm just not sure. Like the feminist stuff used to be subtler, I think. I want to say. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Subtler. It wasn't so in your face like this last issue. I mean, it was a feminist dominatrix wet dream. And it's just, I feel filthy even having to put those words together in a sentence. Top of the fact that I actually had to sit there and read through it in order to figure it out. It's just unbelievable. This is woke stuff. These guys they think they're all like they think they're, I don't know what they're going after the modern comic book industry. Nobody's looking at the older stuff. Nobody that I know of. Nobody's doing this. The deep dive pop culture archaeology, and specifically comic books in this case, nobody's doing it that I'm aware of. Why is that? Everybody's focused on the new stuff, but nobody's digging to find out where it all began. Why? Why is that? Are they afraid of the answers? I mean, what is it? These same guys that are all get woke, go broke, they also say gay is okay, and they're okay with feminism. That's the rub. That's the problem. The woke agenda is the merit. It's the perfect union of the feminist and gay agendas, of the feminist and gay lifestyles. So you can't have it both ways, there, folks. You cannot, and that's why it's a problem. Maybe that's why they don't want to look any deeper, because maybe they already know deep down, maybe somewhere. Maybe they already know. If they dig deeper than they already are, they're going to have to face some unpleasant truths or come clean about their true motivations. All I know is you can't have it both ways. You cannot ride the fence. The fence will rise up and impale you if you ride it for too long. On the bright side, I got some stuff to do after the stream's over that's going to take my mind off this and help me remind me of some of the good things in life. I need that so bad right now. But Jiminy Cricket, man. This is what I've come to expect. Expect the unexpected, and unfortunately the unexpected is usually pretty unpleasant with this, what we're dealing with right now at least. It doesn't get any easier. It doesn't get any, it's just, what are you going to do? You're going to keep on digging. That's what you're going to do. That's what I'm going to do. It's like, because it has to be done. It's that simple. It has to be done. I'm realizing that more and more. It has to be done. Somebody has to do it. Nobody else seems to be willing to do it. So it's not the popular thing. YouTube's never going to be okay with it. Not in the big picture. Somebody still has to do it. And I don't know. If another platform ever finally rises up to legitimately challenge YouTube, I'll be the first one to give it an honest look and be like, hey, is this an alternative? But until then, we just do what we can here as best we can. Jimmy Craig, there's a lot of stuff going on out there in the world right now. People are waking up to stuff. They are. Question is, are they going to wake up enough? We'll find out. Time will tell. Gotta have faith. Keep that spark of hope alive. Jimmy freaking Cricket, man. Okay, I am ready to, I think I'm ready. Ready to do this. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff to do, a lot of stuff to work on. Hope you're having a great Monday there, and hopefully this helps to kick off your week there. If you're interested in something that's a little more on the fun side, lighthearted side, and whatnot, there's my main channel, Rebel Squadron. You're more than welcome to stop by, check it out. But it's a very different channel. It's not like this one. This one is very much into the deep dive pop culture, archaeology, and commentary and whatnot. No holds barred. I don't pull any punches here. Rebel Squadron, actually try to keep it on the light side, the fun side. The main medium is gaming and whatnot. Definitely, I need that to balance out this, because if this is all I did, I don't know if I could do it. I really don't, because I try to have fun here. I really do, but they're not giving me stuff I need to be able to have fun here. It's like, and believe me, I've tried. I really am. It's just like, holy, you open up the pages, it's just one hit after another. It's just like boom, 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 boom. I mean, how are you supposed to have fun with that? It's difficult to crack jokes about it because it's so prevalent. I mean, if you look at what's going on in modern pop culture, yeah, these guys that focus on the modern stuff, they don't deep dive. They're wishy-washy. They're hypocritical. Yeah, they like to. It's easy to crack jokes when you don't really stand for anything. Not really. I'll stand for something here. I'm trying to get to the bottom of things. I'll crack a joke when I can, but the problem with that is that, if you're sarcastic about everything, then it becomes impossible to have a serious discussion. If you can't have a serious discussion, you're never going to get to the bottom of things. You're never going to get answers, and that's the problem with these. They're more about being popular. That's what they care about the most, being popular. And it works for them. It definitely works. I'm hoping we can get to a point with all of this where I can, just focus more on having fun. I'm going through my collection. Here's my thought on that. I'm going through my collection. We're currently in the dark ages of my collection. The hope is that we can get out of the dark ages and get into some legitimately good stuff again. That is my hope, and then hopefully when we reach that point, it can get a little more on the fun side. We can continue talking about this stuff, but we won't have to we'll already have gone through the sewer part of it, and get around to having more just fun with it, if anything. Because when you're shoulder deep in the sewer, it's difficult to have fun with that. So hopefully once we get out of the sewer, it's hope springs eternal. Gotta keep that spark of hope alive. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Oh my goodness, dude. There have been some good streams. There have been. It's just right now, like I said, we're in the dark ages of my collection, and son of a biscuit, man. Oh my lord, I just can't wait for that part to end. I really can't. This is just holy cannoli. All right, guys. Yeah, if you'd like to be in a cog in the machine, all you gotta do is hit that subscribe button. It is about that time, let me tell you. And yeah. This is House of G doing that deep dive pop culture archaeology, and it gets very dirty, very ugly at times. But there is a purpose to it. We are on a mission here, and we're gonna keep that mission going for as long as we can. So thank you for hanging out. Hope you have a great day. Have a great week there. Hopefully this helps to kick it off. If you're interested, stop by Rebel Squadron and check it out. We definitely have a bit more fun over there. And we'll be back next Monday. Some more House of G. Some more of that deep dive pop culture archaeology that nobody else seems to want to have anything to do with. Yeah. We'll see, man. It's just, yeah. We're going to keep rocking and rolling here. All right, so you have a fantastic day there. And, well, this has been another House of G, speaking into the void.